this is what we're looking at. We have already gone through the map and pretty much done almost everything we possibly could. We should realistically be at the point where we should be going through the other doors in the in the parish right over here. So we're going to do that right now, I think, since that is quite clearly what the game is letting us to do. We have our Nebula, we have our Leto's Armor Mark II, we have the Ring of Malevolence, which was an absolute god roll. I don't really know if there's anything else that we immediately would want. I'm going to go ahead and fart her to death with our farts, our gigantic farts. And we'll come down here. Oh, that's a hammer. We probably would rather use a gun at any range other than point blank. This thing absolutely rips these people apart. Oh my god. I've never seen such ripping from a fart. Well, actually I have. I live with somebody famous for the largest turds in the world. We'll go down into the basement down here because there was not only a manticore that may attack us, but also a door, a gateway to another realm. Oh, hi friend, how you doing?
Who'll get me?
Well said. Oh,
Stay awake.
this guy's got dialogue. Oh, he actually does have dialogue.
Fall asleep, friend. It ain't safe.
Okay.
You'll wake me if I nod off, right?
No.
Right?
Brother, no.
Wait. Am I dreaming already?
You're getting a little bit too existential.
Stay away, friend. If you are a dream, I want nothing to do with you. Oh, this is a dream.
This guy's weird.
You're not real.
What's his deal?
Something. Think of something. Talk yourself awake.
Okay, repeating dialogue would probably insinuate that we don't need to go talk to him anymore. I'm glad that the manticore is no longer popping out of this hole right here, otherwise it would have grabbed us and pulled us into another area altogether. Do we have to touch this? Yes, so, Nightweaver Stone Doll. If we stick this in the web right here, we should be able to go to a different dimension. Or maybe not. I can't remember, actually. There is something that we have to stick it. No, we actually have to beat a small mini-boss, and then we have to get his item, stick it in the web. Hello there, slugs. Mind Flayer slugs right there. That's right, we are using a build that absolutely annihilates everything in a gigantic area of effect. Beautiful. I actually adore that. So, if we aren't supposed to be coming down here, then possibly we need to go back into the Morrow Parish, and there should be another door, or two, potentially, that we can go and access. I don't think we have the feather that allows us to make our own doors. There is a door way down in the basement. I don't know if we can access that one necessarily way down here, but there's also one right here. I don't know how to get into that one, but all we'd have to do is ignore going upstairs. Man, this map is so tight. It's hard to navigate this one. We want to make a little bit of a push around this corner, and there should be a door on the other side of there, which we can't access because this right here is locked, and I know that this is locked. So, if that's not where we're supposed to be going, we have to go down to the basement anyway, because there looks to be a last door right here. That is not what we wanted. What do we do with this? Maybe we'll put the biome portal. No, definitely not. Okay, I am made of questions. I've completely forgotten how to play the Lasson storyline. Huh. Weird. I hear some maniacal laughing. I think that maybe I should go and check out Yeisha really quickly, because I know that the flu vaccine that I just got is probably not going to be particularly helpful. Or actually, we're probably in the wrong dimension. We're probably in the wrong dimension. So if we go ahead and go into the door that's just through here, we should pop out at a completely different place. Actually, we need to go upstairs, don't we? Okay, there you go. Bye-bye, lady. She's just gonna die in the background there. We don't really care too much. We'll come up this way. Probably would behoove us to hit the rock willy, but we're not going to. We're just gonna keep on running through here. I'm surprised that we haven't been attacked by Fae yet. We should be attacked by Fae, unless that's like a one and done clearing kind of condition. It seems like it's a one and done clearing kind of condition. Okay, so we're coming through here. And here's the door. We'll interact with this and we'll see if there's any dungeons on the other side of this door that there is to deal with. Because there may be. I don't think we have to worry about the Beatific Palace. That is the third pocket dimension. We had access to that in the last session that we played. This one right here is going to be the Malefic Palace, which is a little bit more sinister than we would like to believe. But the benefit of this is we will be able to have a completely different map. There's an MUA right there. She teleported us somewhere else, didn't she? I'm fairly certain of it. So maybe we can actually ask her to teleport us back there or to somewhere completely different. Hard to say. We'll touch the rock really quickly and we'll just make sure that we know exactly where we're supposed to be. Yurda's Clock is apparently where the closest primary objective is. Doesn't really make a... Oh, we've actually got the quest right up here. Found a strange pulsating web in the asylum basement. Appears to be missing something. Yes. The Nightweaver, Nimue, warned that I'm being hunted. My only hope is to obtain the heart of one of the Nightweaver's victims. Only then can I enter its realm and defeat it. So, we have to go close to the Yurda's Clock. Why don't we go close to the Yurda's Clock and we'll see on the map just how close the actual objective is. Yo, what's good, Space Main? Test. I had such an annoying ass issue earlier today where the TTS would repeat itself 4 times every message. So you're probably seeing a lot of those in the background. How close are we to the objective? Ah, this way, obviously, because it's the only place we haven't been to. Is that actually where we're supposed to be going? Yes, it actually does appear to be the case. So on the other side of the clock, which we are going to ignore because we've already cleared it, we are going to push into this unexplored zone and see what we can find. I'm going to ignore that crate on the map because I don't really want to climb the entire clock tower just to get that.
Only saying it twice now.
Only saying it twice now? Only saying it twice now? It was a bit of an annoyance, honestly, back when it was still repeating itself over and over and over again. It did do it previously in the past, twice. I don't know why it does it. He didn't even get a single attack off. That's funny. I don't know why it does it. It seems to be a bug. I went onto the Discord to see exactly what Social Stream Ninja, which is the TTS service that I use, just how supported it is. It's made by one guy. I think his name is Steve Seguin. And I can't really complain since it's made by one... Okay, we just fired all of that up into the sky. Since it's made by one guy, I can't really fault him because he is basically just doing this out of the kindness of his own heart. I'm pretty sure no one's paying him to do this. He just likes creating... Whoops, I should have seen that coming. He just likes creating resources that a lot of streamers can use functionally for free. And it makes sense, even if he kind of like... Because he's got a standalone app now as well that I'm currently using, and it does actually function a little bit better than the browser plugins that used to be mandatory to use Social Stream.
Medieval times with modern weapons.
Yes, that's exactly what this is. So what you're looking at is Remnant 2. This section is called Le Somme, and it is, well, I can fight fire with fire here, inspired very heavily by Bloodborne. It's pretty obviously inspired a lot by Bloodborne, with some fantasy elements as well. Maybe some D&D in there, hard to say. Where we are right now is basically at the intersection of 2 worlds. One is kind of like crappy old 1800s England, and the other one is like a big fantasy land with some fairies called the Fae, and they're evil. They're evil fairies. Oh, should have seen that one coming too. Is he going to get an attack off? No, he is not. Is this guy going to get an attack off? No. We have a very overpowered build. Basically, we corrode people, and it spreads to everybody around them in a very specific area of effect. And we actually have a trade point available now, so we're going to increase the area of effect from 25% increase to 30%. Commit changes? Hell yes, I'd like to commit changes. And fragments, we also level these up so we can pick up some more of these here bonuses. Status effect damage, that is our main source of damage, so I'm going to be picking that one, baby! Nice. Let's go and grab this loot right here, because I want it and I'm greedy. And we'll keep on carrying on. So yeah, this area here is very, very sus, honestly. That lady's probably actually going to land that hit. Nope, not even close, actually. Was she even aiming at me? Hard to say sometimes. Couple of dudes up here. Let's spread the love. Let's spread the love up there. Excellent. Also, just in case anybody is wondering, the build that we're going for is pretty much centered around this here sidearm for crowd clearing, and if we need anything specific, we've got this gun right here, which is one of 2 guns in the game that allow you to use a scope. It's also the only one gun in the game that allows you to use a scope and has more than 1 bullet in a chamber, so that's pretty damn awesome. Actually, I think there's a couple of other guns that have scopes, but they're not very good, so I'm not going to be using them. So the purpose of the sidearm that we're currently using, it fires out a giant cloud of corrosive, and when you apply corrosive to an enemy because of the not invoker, ritualist build that we have, it also weakens enemies to status effects, which actually increases the amount of damage that the cloud of corrosive does. That corrosive damage over time is our main source of damage, and this here sidearm weapon has a very, very special skill. It basically goes and seeks out enemies to go and apply corrosive to. So we can just fire and forget and run through an entire group.
Night for me. I will rewatch your stream tomorrow, though. Love your streams. They're so full of energy.
Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. I didn't know that was your name. I'm glad you stuck that in there. Because I, too, am always watching YouTube, and I didn't want to get us mixed up. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Yeah, it's all on the VODs channel. I upload everything to the VODs channel. I think the last video just went out yesterday as well. And I've got a few edits coming out on the VODs channel as well. Oh, nice miss there, buddy old pal. Do we get any splits? No. No fart splits there either. Hello there, sir. I'm going to be farting on you as well. So, if an enemy dies, furthermore, on the build that we have, if an enemy dies because they have weakness inflicted on them because of the ritualist archetype that we're using, its prime perk inflicts weakness, and every time an enemy dies with weakness inflicted on it spreads. It spreads all of the damage around. Which is why all three of those people just got killed by the same one dude dying. Who's that? That is Big Chainsaw Man. Big Chainsaw Man. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind him too much, actually. He's not so bad. I shot his head off. Sucks to be him, honestly. Let's go ahead and allow that guy to death. And I'm going to pop a Nebula as well. These are a fire and forget. They seek things out and they just apply corrosive to it in a huge, huge dose. Which is pretty fantastic, actually. That's exactly what we want. So the next stage for the build that we're going for is probably going to be, realistically, movement speed. Movement speed and status effect damage, which we're just going to continuously... Oh, you're right. There is a giant castle up there. Whoa! Could have seen that. Oh, I see. So this castle... But I said that this world is the product of two realities intersecting. So this right here is the Fae. They also have two realities of their own, which gets a little bit confusing. But essentially, this castle just came and plopped down right in the middle of this English town right here. It wasn't here permanently. It just plopped down here. And I'm not entirely sure if it was ever explained as to how or why, but, you know, it's here now, and this is just the deal we've got. So that giant Aurora Borealis up in the sky, it circles around the center of the Fae world, which is this castle right here. And there is a painted door right over here that we're about to go through, which will take us over to the Fae dimension. And the Fae dimension is a little bit more regal than this absolute dirty bumpkin bloodborne ass looking area where everybody talks as if they've only got three teeth to share between a family, and everyone can fly. They've got a little bit less health than most of the Dran, but it's absolutely fine regardless. We're currently standing in the Gilded Chambers. This sounds very familiar, actually, but I don't remember why, because my memory is playing tricks on me. There's actually a chest over here as well. Whoops. Go ahead and open this bad boy up. Nice, damage reduction. We're never going to be using that, obviously, because it's not a part of our build, but maybe we can stick it on a prism once we start getting tier 20 prisms. Excellent. All right, let's go up this elevator right here. I'm going to look up for secrets. I don't see any secrets, but I didn't realize this until 20 hours into the game. If you just not move, the elevator spins in a manner that allows you to be facing out the door when you get up there. So that's actually very cool. Looking around is actually not a very good idea. The hell is this? A booster ring. I don't think I've ever seen this. The hell is this? Okay, I'll explain the build really quickly. So the ones that we are intending to have are this Timekeeper's Jewel, which goes ahead and doubles the time at which all state effects are applied to enemies. We're using corrosive, obviously, because it's got the highest damage over time capabilities. I think it has 3 ticks a second, which is pretty crazy. So the Timekeeper's Jewel extends that duration. The Shadow of Misery increases the status effect damage by 20%. That is just a flat upgrade. And down here, the Red Ring of Death reduces that damage by 10%, which is absolutely fine because it doubles the actual status effects that are applied. So instead of just 1 stack of corrosion, we got 2 stacks of corrosion, which doubles the damage at just the very, very minute reduction of 10% of the damage. So that's essentially an 80% increase in damage, or 180% increase in damage. And it's mitigated by the Shadow of Misery right here as well. We are using the Leto Mark II set because it has the highest armor in the game, and I don't know if you guys can see all of these numbers over here, but they are incredibly high. The resistances are just absolutely insane. And because we're wearing this necklace that reduces our armor encumbrance, we don't fat roll. We're just heavy. We're not fat rolling or anything like that. I am using, this is just preference, it's not the build, the Crystal Heart Relic. I know there are better Dragon Hearts that you can use, but I really like this one because it regenerates 100% of your maximum health over time. So if you take a couple of hits while you're regenerating, it's absolutely fine. Which is great, but it also slows you down like crazy for a few seconds every time you use it. We are using Nebula. This is our main source of damage. We are using the Huntsmaster to basically get all of the critical hits. No, not critical hits. Weak spot hits. Crits and weak spot are completely different. Crits are based off chance, and weak spots are based off of whether or not you hit a squishy part of an enemy. We've also got this Atom Smasher right here, which is a pretty damn cool melee weapon. If you do a heavy attack on an opening, then you get 5% increased swing speed. No, 10% increased swing speed for 5 seconds. This right here, this is our main source of damage, Nebula. Nebula is the fart cloud that we're shooting out, which applies corrosion as kind of like a base. One shot from Nebula, because we have doubled the amount of time and doubled the amount of stacks that corrosion is applied to an enemy, one single round of Nebula will one-hit most enemies in the game. We just need to keep distance. And the mod, Nano Swarm, that also inherently applies corrosion as well. We are using the Ritualist for the prime perk of, Infected. So, when we apply damage, status damage to an enemy, we apply the Infected debuff, which means they receive 5% more effect damage on death it spreads to enemies within 6.5 meters, and we are upgrading the Amplitude trait to increase that area of effect very, very reliably. Now that all of that has been explained, let's go through, forgetting exactly everything that I've just said, and we'll play it like stupid baboons, because that is kind of my playstyle. I am a bit of a baboon, and I'm based about it. I'm a base baboon. Oh, I thought I dodged, but I still have my gun up. Bye-bye. Good. So there is something about the Fae. They do tend to cluster up like crazy. Oh, I actually know a secret about this place right here. So there is a door right here. We can't open it. This secret just crossed my mind now because I don't think I got to test it out earlier. You can roll through things, which is pretty damn awesome. And why is this pretty damn awesome? It's because Gunfire Games, the guys who developed this game, can hide secrets. Like so. We'll crouch down here and we'll fall down this chimney. Now we're in a basement, in a hidden area of the map. This is awful. I think we can just burn all of these. Now we're gonna have to roll through all of them. So I actually think there's gonna be some kind of mini boss of some sort down here. But I'm not entirely sure. We may have to deal with an executioner. We may have to deal with some kind of knight. I'm hoping knight. That's cool right there. Oh yeah, it is an executioner. It's a named executioner, and I can't remember what we specifically get for it. But we do get, yeah, the executioner. It's not just a, oh my god, he displaces! Alright, we took that one straight to the chest. Roll, roll. Go ahead and fart on him right here. He's a skull cracker, which is actually very obnoxious. Whoa! Damn it! He is so slow when he swings. It always throws me off, but that's absolutely fine. He spawns really, really close to the entrance. We're gonna kill this guy because he drops a unique mutator, which is pretty awesome. We probably don't want to waste our swarm this time again. I think we have to take the elevator all the way up again though, which is a bit of a Peter. That is of course an acronym for pain in the ass. Can also be considered a flat bread, but that has nothing to do with pains in the ass. Not unless you roll the flat bread up and you know, just whack it on up there. And in that circumstance, I would probably actually consider Peter bread to be a pain in the ass. Or maybe you got a doner kebab, which are filled inside of Peter pockets. Oh, there's it. Didn't quite kill him. Okay, I missed a couple of shots. He's used his one dodge. He can't use that again. What the hell? I did 80 damage initially and it took off almost half his health. And then I did 140 damage, and it took off less.
This is it.
That's weird. Don't really understand how that works, but bada bing, bada boom. This place becomes your tomb. Wow, these guys are sturdy as hell, actually. Oh, we are playing on Nightmare difficulty, by the way, which is the second hardest difficulty, second to Apocalypse difficulty, which is just an unrealistic expectation and really an artificial constraint imposed on themselves by masochists, essentially. It doesn't really serve any useful function, and there's very, very few rewards for actually playing like that. So, since this guy has displace, I'm just going to stay and idle in the muck right here. Because I know that he's going to displace me to him. Here we go. Done. I'm not even going to bother move. And whoop! Nice. And whoop! Okay, thought I dodged that, but I didn't. Excellent. Let's pop a Nebby right there. We'll use a Crystal Dragon Heart because this is close quarters and it doesn't really matter. Whoop! And whoop! Okay, thought I dodged that, but I didn't. This is why I really, really like the Crystal Heart. It is because... Yay! And what? And of course, yay! Great. It is because, of course, if you take a hit while you are still rolling around, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. We can't take 2 hits from this guy. Let's go ahead and use another Dragon Heart. Boop. Gonna go ahead and hard on him again. He is broken. He's broken. Batteries after doggers, specifically. Okay, that was bad timing. And yay! Get away from that as well. Okay, excellent. It's going to displace us again. He's probably going to do a swing immediately. Yep, good. And sweep through that and get away around that as well. We can't double roll anything that he's got right here. Okay, good. I rolled that and thank you very much, Swore. We got the Mutator Steadfast and we also got a Corrupted Luminite Crystal. We got 2 of them actually. That's pretty awesome. So, oh, that's right. We got that ring as well that I completely forgot to take a look at. Boostering increases all status resistances by 25! Holy mother of God! What? That is insane! Okay, we now have the highest armor rating in the game that we can possibly have with the armor set that we have. And also we are immune to virtually every single goddamn status effect that could possibly be applied to us. That is actually fantastic. Holy hell, I didn't realize that was a god roll. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and favorite this. And we'll favorite everything that we want to use, actually. So, favorite Shadow of Misery and Timekeeper's Jewel is already favorited. Wonderful. Do we have any other necklaces? I don't think we're going to be using the Shock Device too much because that is really, really good with the Enigma sidearm. And to use the Enigma sidearm, we're still doing status effect damage, but it's overload status effect damage, which is one gigantic load of electricity applied at the end of 5 seconds, rather than, of course, the damage over time of Corrosive. Damage over time of Corrosive also impacts the enemy's ability to negate damage with armor, whereas Overloaded, I'm not entirely sure what that negates whatsoever, which is very strange because I played a 200-hour playthrough on YouTube with exactly that build with the Enigma. Okay, so what's through here? We probably could have used this area to, I don't know, potentially escape the Executioner, but we didn't. I'm also thinking that maybe the Executioner did all of that to all of these enemies down here. So all of these are... They've got to be Dran, actually, because we see them around the burning cities in Lasom way more frequently than we see them in the Malefic or Beatific Palace. There is, in fact, one of these non-Euclidean wankers down here whom I hate. They're resistant to... basically all forms of... Oh my god. Holy hell, I just absolutely ripped his armor apart like crazy. He's actually a massive pain in the ass to fight, to be completely honest. I'm gonna shoot... Oh, piss. Alright, great. If he hits us, if he hits us... Okay, great. Corrosive, done it. Great, we just got a fragment that increases consumable generation. I can't wait. I'm just gonna throw that one in the bin, to be quite honest. If I were to develop a tier list, that would be way, way down at the bottom. What the hell? Why couldn't we break this one? Is he bulletproof? Is this guy bulletproof? No. He's just definitely got more atomic mass than that candlestick that was very, very clearly made out of wrought iron. This dungeon, down here, this little secret area of the dungeon, gotta be said, I hate it. I actually hate this area. We also probably should think about getting a little bit more health regen as well. Is that an enemy? No. No, it isn't. Excellent. Okay, we've got more nurses down here. So I'm not entirely sure how the Fae and the Dran are supposed to have interacted, because it seems like down here there's a lot of...
Shit.
Yeah, you said it, Scarby. Boom. Okay, shoot that guy right in his disgusting looking face. Whoa. What, you're not gonna fire that arrow? You're gonna cancel the arrow just because I had my gun pointed at your face? Was that it? Oh, there's probably another one in there, right? There's probably another enemy that's trying to gank us in that room right there. I'm going in there anyway. I don't care if it's a trap. I'm going in there anyway. Are they around the walls? No. Oh! Hey, hey, hey! No, I can't get in there. Well, thanks, game. Yeah, I'm expecting all of these guys to be Dran rather than Fae. But why would they be here? Why would they be here? I suppose we did fight the Executioner, and I'm pretty sure that the guy with the big mouth on his chest that I just absolutely railed with my gun, I'm fairly certain that he was, in fact, some kind of jail keeper. Is this a secret? Secret? No. Secret over here? Secret? Nope. There's a bug there. Secret? No. Secret? No. Secret? No. It's a dead guy. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door just for the sake of convenience, but I am fairly certain that there's gotta be a way of getting under there. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that goes back into the room that I insisted had this secret that we have currently already steamrolled. On Nightmare difficulty, no less, as well, which is pretty impressive. There's got to be a way of getting over there. Maybe we need to do a prey, or maybe we need to roll through here or something. Maybe we need to destroy, crush. What are you pointing at? Very sus and... Oh, actually, I know exactly how to get up there. These guys are in the way, and we need to climb up this. Nice! Puzzles! Puzzle solved. Great. And we have found another secret area. Holy hell. What is this? What is this?
My lucky day.
Oh, nice! The Ornate Flail! I'm actually going to go ahead and replace the Atom Smasher with this thing, because it is actually very, very cool. So what this thing does is it's got crazy weak spot damage, and it's got crit chance. Whereas I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have amazing of either. No, it does not. So the stagger modifier of this is not fantastic, but the heavy attack literally just has you spin this up and it drains your stamina over time. And it doesn't end. It doesn't end ever. So that's fantastic. We can actually use that to kind of like stun lock some of the squishier enemies once we get the damage up on that thing. Which means we're probably going to have to de-level our Atom Smasher just so that we can actually, you know, get the materials required to upgrade the Ornate Flail. But regardless, it is still an incredibly powerful weapon when you know how to use it. Because a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, they pull this thing out and they just do a couple of attacks and they're all like, oh yeah, that's a pretty basic attack set. And then they do like one single heavy attack and they're like, okay, that's 2 heavy attacks in one swing. That's kind of cool. But they never realize that you can just hold the button down forever, infinitely. Okay, where is this? I have no idea where this leads us out to. At all. Where the hell am I? It seems as though I'm on the other side. Hey! Sapphire Dreamstone, what the hell is this? Can't be better than the booster ring, though. Critical hits reduce skill cooldowns. Yuck, that's disgusting. Skills are not amazing in this game, gotta be said. Although, we do have the Ritualist skill, which we could probably actually choose a different one of. We want this one, because this basically just does a big AoE that has an enormous amount of status effect damage. That's pretty crazy, considering if we have any downtime where we're reloading Nebula, we can then kill everything around us with that one skill. Or at least apply the status effects, and they do scale to your power level, which you can actually find right here. This is the summative total of all of your guns, all of their levels, put together, divided by 3 to get an average. And the same thing with your archetypes. They take the maximum level of your top 2 archetypes and they create an average between that. So since we've got a level 8 doggo right here and a level 0 ritualist, it should be 8. It should be 8, because it takes the top level of the top archetype you have. So that is 8, and we also have +8, 0, and +5 here. That's probably an average of around about 4. So realistically, it should be 8 + 4, but, you know, I'm not very good at math. I need to reference my my calculator a little bit more. Where the hell are we? Oh, I know exactly where we are. So, the secret was right there. Show you. Right there. There's the hole right there in the wall. Move that so you can see. Good, and now we're going to push on into the Gilded Chambers a little bit further. Why the hell would they light candles underneath? Oh, actually, because it's scary. I do like that the shadows are in real time as well, though. Pretty cool. Unless they're, like, tied to the entities, which would also be very cool. I want to go through that gigantic golden door, but it seems like we're going to go into the dingy basement with all of the weird, creepy noises instead. Oh, good! Look, they're all clustered up! Okay, dodge that. That guy died. Oh, that guy was way too far away for us to have killed him, it seems. Right. So that's that room. Clear! Excellent. What is down here? There's a little bit of a pocket right there. Nothing. It's just where they sleep. Disgusting. I hate that. I hate that with everything that I am. Oh, by the way, I also removed Scarby's helmet so we can actually see her beautiful scarred up face. Hey! Miss me! Nice. We just got a perk. Rough. What the hell is that? I have no idea. So I'm not very knowledgeable about kind of like perks and stuff. Increases all damage to enemies affected by a negative status effect by 2.5%. Jesus Christ. This class is actually overpowered. Like, it's actually insane. Also, the great news is Gunfire Games are not really interested in developing any more of this game. They're done with it. So the game is basically as it will be. Nice. Got a trade point right there as well. We should dump that into further AoE. I'm just going to move around a little bit so these guys... Oh, they're standing. That's good. Good. Corroded him, and I did hear some kind of special. I don't know where he went. I'm going to go ahead and dump my trade point into Amplitude right there. Just increase the area of effect, and we'll go back into our archetype. Yes, archetype. So, which one was it? It was this one, right? That's an explosion. 2.5%. Ah, here we go. So, yes, it does actually increase the area of effect for the ritualist by 0.25 meters each go. Each point we put into that skill. And there are also other little powerful items that we can use to increase that range as well. Excellent. And I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of the survivability just to get an absolute arseload of that damage. I'm not really seeing what threat. Oh, I see. Doggo's biting that thing's ass. There's some enemies coming up this corridor here. Neither of them got a chance to get a shot off before I farted on them to death. Gonna go ahead and dodge through that because I don't want to be hit by attacks. Where was the enemy? That's not a special. Oh, I see. It's the priest right behind him. You know what? I'm just gonna include him in everything. This is the perfect opportunity for me to use the flail, baby! Stun locked! Nice. Okay, great. We are bathed in the holy fire. Excellent. All of our sins have been cleansed. I don't really think there's anything around here. Oh, there is. So I know it took a lot of hits from the flail to have killed that special, but it only took 6 hits, which is pretty crazy considering we haven't leveled up the weapon. So the big, helicopter thing, it actually does work wonders. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Gilded Chambers actually leads us somewhere a little bit more bougie than what we have been presented with already. There should be kind of like a little podium of 2 people getting married. I just shot that guy straight through his forehead. No mercy. No mercy whatsoever. If they wanted mercy, they shouldn't have let me into their world. Hello there, friendo. I am not letting you go. Whoop, roll through everything. Good. Area of effect just killed. Whoop. Excellent, excellent. So now we just have to take out this flying guy. I'll get him to Doggo because Doggo's incapable of flight. But that's not going to last forever. Damn, that was really close, that shot. That is, in fact, why we need a little bit more of the old movement speed, so we can better survive through strafing around all the range shots. Gonna go ahead and light that guy ablaze so that he lights everyone else ablaze and everything is dead. Nice! Oh, piss off. Oh, piss off! You know what? Screw him. We don't need him. We don't need him. We don't need him. We don't need him. Go, gadget! Holy hell, that's a lot of damage. Okay, I'm just gonna come over here and do a little bit of a sneaky weaky while he face tanks 3 stacks of corrosion. That is 2 from the gun and 1 from, of course, Nebula. Nebula! Good. I'm gonna go here, corrode him, and he's done and dusted, baby. What'd he drop? Ordinary healing effectiveness. Corrupted shard. Ooh. Stormbringer, hell yes! That is a good mod. So Stormbringer, I'm pretty sure, is made almost specifically for the Enigma handgun, which is right here, the Enigma. We go ahead and whack a mutator in here. The Stormbringer. Why is it lagging? Time Weave, Spirit Healer, Spirit Feeder. What was Stormweaver? No! No, it is not. It is a melee thing. And we need to go and do Yaesha. Because there is a weapon in this game that allows you to throw an axe. This axe is infinite. This axe is a melee weapon, and this axe returns to your inventory as soon as it's hit its target. If you go ahead and whack Stormbringer on it, it will apply overloaded to any enemy you hit, which then reinforces the buffs that the Ritualist archetype gets, because it's then 1 more status effect that is applied. Hello! I'm new here. Can you point me to the nearest delicatessen? Okay, well, I don't really speak garbled nonsense, so thank you very much for your time. I guess I'll find the delicatessen myself. That guy just watched his friend take a bullet straight through the head and he was like, huh? Like literal cat meme. Huh? Ooh. All right, Doggy, you take that one. I'll take this one. Oop, missed. Actually, not only did it miss, but the gun also didn't make any noise. What the hell is that? That's not Euclidean. Oh, I see. We've got a flyer. Damn it, he was just out of range of the farts. Or was he? Also, oh, hello there. Another perk is that when an enemy dies of the fart, they leave behind a fart cloud, which hilariously causes them to take radiation, not radiation damage, corrosive damage. Nice, he's just gonna die of corrosion. Done. What'd he drop? A coin? A Crimson King coin. We need 3 of those. We're gonna need 3 of those, hopefully. And if we can find 3 of those, we can trade them in for a very, very cool bougie item, I suspect. This looks sus. It's not sus. Okay. So, we will be coming across 2 more knights. But we may also need to go ahead and get ourselves another... Oh, we have to reload our handgun for the first time in literally hours. Okay. Gonna go ahead and corrode him, and bye-bye. Bye-bye. Everybody say bye-bye to the obnoxious flying fae. Okay. There's one right here. Bye-bye. Doggo bit him on the balls as he died of poison. What a way to go. I'd hate to go out like that, actually. That'd be the worst way to go out. I didn't know Doggo followed you. I thought he was going to pathfind around the long way. That's really, really nice. So in here should be a big nasty. So here's what I am going to do, because I have never actually successfully pulled this off. There is, just up here, a boss. He is rather difficult to fight, and I don't have the item to get an ult kill on him. There he is. He's called the Red Prince. Right here, once we kill the Red Prince, we are able to go through that door right there, and it acts as a transit dungeon to get us to the other side of the Malefic Palace. This is pretty consistent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this checkpoint. I'm going to go back through the dungeon and see if the knight spawns again, because if they do, we can farm him for 3 crimson points. I've never tried this before. I don't know if it works. I'm hoping it works. It'd be really, really cash money if it does. But I'm not gonna press charges if it doesn't, right? Okay, he died. I almost got hit by that. That was pretty close. Oh, nice dodge. Just dodged the fire, and he landed a hit. Wowee! Statistically, that was their best soldier yet. Okay, another guy right down here. He dodged the farts. That's absolutely fine. I should probably just sweep the farts in a big circle, right? Big guy flying up there. Don't really care about him too much. Ow! Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt lots. Doggo, what are you doing? Okay, he's fighting more Fae. That's good for him, I guess. That guy's gonna die of bleeding. Oh my god! Oh my god, my dog is pissing blood. Oh well. That was not the skill I wanted to use. There we go. A little bit of passive healing from Doggo. That is Doggo's best export is health. And aggression. He's also a bit of a tank. I don't know where we fought the knight, if I can be completely frank. Hello, sir. Let me just dodge that. Doggo just bit him in the ass. Ow, that hurt like crazy. And he's dead. Excellent. Another one just over there who doesn't really seem to have noticed that his friends are all dead. I don't know what you just said, but thank you very much for the compliment. Or the insult. Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Going to fart him right in his back. This guy, this guy did not understand the assignment. He just stood there. He just stood there, he froze. He's supposed to be a soldier, but he froze. I don't see another knight. Yeah, I definitely don't see another knight. I'm going to roll away from that, and I'm not going to be caught in that holy fire either. Boom! Everything's corroded! Oh, sucks to be that guy. He's got to deal with that for 22 seconds more. Womp womp. Okay, this guy has to go next, right? And he's just spread that to everybody! Whoa, what the hell? Something just tried to clone me! Oh, I see. There's someone literally right behind us here. What are you doing? You big dick! Okay, this guy has Drain, he's unstoppable, and he is in fact a cloner, which actually is a massive pain in the ass. Okay, I rolled away from that. Oh, I probably shouldn't be focusing on that guy to spread corrosion. Mainly because he is me. All right, I need a Dragon Heart. Okay, we may actually lose this. Yeah. I was trying to take the Dragon Heart, the clone of me, which shouldn't have even spawned because I did hit the roll button as soon as the clone was supposed to hit. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. I'm going to go back one more time and see if a knight has respawned. All right, screw you guys. Here you go. Have a little bit of the old swarm. Okay. Thank you very much for the fire. I didn't really need it in my life, but I appreciate that you think I deserve it regardless. Oh, hey there. Damn it. I was so close. Okay, let's continue blasting through with what I can only describe as speedrunning strats. Okay, good. This guy right here has to go next. Hey, buddy. There you go. Enjoy your farts. They're free. Okay. So what that guy was, the guy who was red, that was called an abomination. And abominations are kind of like unique to the world that you're currently in. Not the dungeon, not... Yeah, obviously there are scripted abominations that can spawn under certain conditions to kind of like guarantee that you can get some mutators, but oops, didn't mean to fire that one off. But for the most part, the harder the difficulty you're playing on, the more likely an abomination is to spawn, and they can be bloody unfair sometimes. I've actually got a upgrade for the prism right here. Let's go ahead with status effect damage 3, baby! What level is it actually at the moment? It is at health regeneration, status effect damage +3, so plus 2.2%. Mod power generation, we should probably actually just start dumping into. Mod duration as well is definitely something we're going to need because that caps out at level 20. Oh, you shouldn't be here. That's weird. Because the abomination would have despawned. The abomination always despawns when you die. Okay, I'm just going to stay over here and wait for corrosion to spread. Good. And they're all dead. Excellent! That's what I like to see! We did actually see an abomination down there before in the form of one of those filthy priests. Okay, a lot of farts down here. I don't want to be hit by that. Oh, hey there, guys. I didn't realize that you guys were coming to the party. Holy hell, this does so much damage. My God! Look at that! 40 damage 3 times a second! For the rest of its short-ass life. That is crazy. Also pretty sure we're getting random... Oh, hello there, sir. Didn't realize this was happening. Gonna go ahead and, he probably actually deserves a cheeky little bit of, swarm. Wait, can we stun lock him? Oh my God! Oh, that sucks to be him. Mod generation, hell yes, we are immediately going to be equipping that one. That one is fantastic. What do we got? Ordinary health regeneration. That's actually kind of essential in early game right now. Status damage, we could probably sacrifice 2% status damage. Movement speed, yeah.
Ynsin, I realized your tag was Ynsin 69. Mine used to be Growly 69, but I changed it to Growly so if I ever become popular I'd pop up easier when they search it up. Just an idea, you don't have to 69.
I don't have
It's
a
funny.
choice. I literally, I don't have a choice. I have to have numbers on the end of my YouTube username because, there was a reason for it. It was either too short or someone else actually took my username. And I'm still quite annoyed about it. So I have to have something after my username. And if it's got to be something, it's going to be 69. Also, hey, Gigi Crowley, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. And also a big hello to Steve as well. I imagine he's in the room. A big old to you as well there, Steve.
69 funny.
Yeah, 69 is like the sex thing, right? Great. So, what did we just pick up? It was mod generation. No? Mod duration. Which one was it?
Blood is asleep.
Poor guy. Does he sleep lots? Do pet pigs sleep lots? We're going to go with this here, crack mod generation. Because mod generation is actually kind of essential and it will allow us... Oh, hi. I picked the wrong time to reload. Here you go. Farts for everybody! Farts on sale. Enjoy. Get them while they're hot. Ew, I just heard what I said and it made me sick. Free farts! Here you go, sir. There's your free fart. Don't forget to use the coupon code. I've just crapped myself for a cheeky 10% off of that damage. Wait! Hey, nice. Timed that perfectly. So
They
what we're
sleep
doing...
12 hours, but I left and the whole time I was gone I think he was sleeping. Boy.
That's insane. I didn't actually know that pigs sleep that long. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, something... Oh, hello there. What the hell? What is going on? Ah, tonight! Tonight! Okay, apparently that didn't quite make it. I am going to take those hits, annoyingly. Oh, I should not have taken that one. Let's get well the hell away from that one. I'm going to dive and dodge those. Let's go ahead and use a Dragon Heart. Even though I probably didn't need to, I could get away with it. Ah, yes, we can farm these guys for Crimson Coins.
Their whole life is eat, sleep, shit, repeat, so it makes sense.
Whose isn't? Whose isn't? I'm currently sitting in the middle of a recession. My country's falling apart. No one has a job, so that's pretty much everybody in New Zealand's routine as well. I'm going to backtrack through here, and we're going to try and touch the rock. Oh, okay. We're being chased by another Fae. Don't know if he's going to lose interest, but I hope he is. That's going to spread. Wonderful. Great, and everything's dead. Love it! We love when everything's dead. We're a big fan of that on the channel. We're a bit... Okay, thanks very much. I was drinking from the fountain of youth! And this guy decided to poke me in the ass for it. Such is life. Such is life. You're always going to get a poke in the ass if you chase the
Blood
vain
got
standards
anger
of beauty.
issues, he throws my bedding on the ground.
Are pigs actually, like, sassy? They sound sassy. I wouldn't know. Pet pigs here in New Zealand, not common at all. In fact, in New Zealand, it's kind of weird if you have anything that's just not, like, a dog or a cat. Ynsin and I had a couple of rats, and that's considered like a very, very exotic pet here in New Zealand, even though the English brought rats here on a ship and it decimated all of our bird ecosystem. So, honestly, it should be a little bit more well-known. Okay, we'll continue backtracking, and if we come across a third knight of the round table, we will clap him. I don't think we bother drinking from the Fountain of Youth again. Are we going the right way? No. Actually, we can go back to the bonfire, and we can at least refresh this entire level anyway. We need 3 of these coins, and I know this because I was trying to write a guide on the goddamn game, to give to the Red Prince, and this, I think, allows us to completely skip his fight. You just offer 3 coins, then it's fine. Alright, someone's getting attacked. It's not me, though. Go ahead and pick up all of the items I've negligently left just on the ground. I'm sitting at the bonfire! That guy's gonna wonder where I went. He's like a cat with a laser pointer, right? He's gonna be looking under all the couches. He's gonna be looking for anything that can move, and he's gonna have the greebles. All because we
TTS didn't read.
didn't it? No, I'm pretty sure it did. I heard it. The TTS is for me. It's actually not for viewers. Oh, sucks to be that guy. Oh, hey there, friendo. Oh, that's unlucky. He got corroded. Oh no. Hey, mate. He died like a chump as well. Chump City! Great. Okay, we'll pop on through here, and then I'll pop one through there. Now I'm just going to go on the defensive, knowing that they're going to both die. Wonderful. And we'll keep on keeping on. Also, another benefit of us doing this is we'll encounter abominations which actually do give an excessive, if not offensive level of experience, which is being dumped into both our handler and ritualist archetype at a 50-50 split, and also into our prism, which we are currently using to massively inflate our statistics before we even go ahead and think about what the game even wants us to do. We'll keep on keeping on through here. Hello there, sir. Well, that was unlucky. He just got caught in the farts so hard. Poor guy. Poor guy. No more farts for you. Oh,
Why aren't pigs in Fallout? Out of all the animals, they would be the scariest.
That is true. That is true. Imagine you're just wandering the wastes, expecting a deathclaw, and then suddenly, all you hear is... It'd be spooky, right? That guy just got bitten by Doggo. He came through the door frame and Doggo just ambushed him. I can't breath. It's really, really easy. You just got to pop out a nice big filthy. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You should have actually named Steve. Give him a name in his native tongue. Okay, I don't feel like I should have taken that one, but I did. Regardless, we already applied Corroder to something else, and it's spread. Great. Love it! Oh, sucks to be this guy. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn to speak their language, right? If you're gonna have a pet, you gotta learn to have a certain level of empathy for what they are. Just like I learned how to communicate with pigs. It's kind of scary, isn't it? It's because I listen to Deathcore, and I like being able to do the vocals. And I don't know how familiar with Deathcore anybody here is. Pig squeals are kind of a bit of an in-joke in Deathcore. As is the big, filthy, coveted... You know, you'll hear that in every single Baby's First Deathcore song. Okay, he dropped a final coin. Now we've got enough coins. So, we can stop running through the Gilded Chambers like a, genocidal maniac? Yeah, like a genocidal maniac. We'll go up to the Red Prince and we'll actually encounter him. We don't want to offend him, which is usually what happens when you go into his courtroom without offering him a gift. And also...
I can replicate corn with a K pretty good.
Oh, yeah? I am coming undone. That one? That kind of cool? Is that the one you're referencing? Or are you thinking like Word Up? Yes, Word Up is everyone's forgotten that that's a corn song. I can almost guarantee it. That everyone has forgotten that Word Up was made by Korn. Word Up.
Orake Kano on Arakatana.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I don't know the words though. I need to physically sit down and have a read of the lyrics to really understand the depth. But I'm pretty sure it does go along the same lines as like it's just that, right, for a couple of bars. Nice. Okay, we're about to see a secret, by the way. We're all about to see a secret that I have never seen, but I know it exists because I've scoured the wikis while I was contributing to them. Oh my god! There was this one guy! There was this one guy as well. Just before I get into this, there was this one guy who went on to my video about the Labyrinth Sentinel, which we beat in 2 sessions ago, pretty quickly as well. When I fought him blind, I found him incredibly unfair because he one-hits you. And it's a timing puzzle. So fair enough. I still stand by it, even though I know how to basically get through it in very few goes. Knowing that I'm going to die anyway, that is the whole point of the boss. This guy had the balls to say, why don't you just look at the wiki as if I didn't fill in the wiki? Because I did. I filled in the Fix for a Life wiki for the Sentinel, the Labyrinth Sentinel. That was me. I did that! And then people improved on it. So, now we're going to go and pay this guy to not fight us.
More bad news.
Ungrateful.
Enter mortal. Lives such as yours are too short to dally with hesitancy.
He's such a cool
Know
character
that
as
you
well.
stand in the presence of the divine, the true heir to all that surrounds you, and the only one who can stand against the
I'm jaking it.
imposter who claims the throne. You may not be of the Fae, yet you reap the benefits of this kingdom with every breath. Know, strange one, that these lands and their people draw their life from my own, and shall do so eternally. For none
I'm
have
Big Red
stood
Guy.
against me and lived. It is my hallowed duty to
So
rule
scary.
and watch over my subjects, just as it is the duty of my subjects to serve. Now that we share this understanding,
Lies.
I will accept your tribute as one who serves.
Okay, so in the other campaign of
Four Eyes.
Lasom, yeah, he has a 4 eyes, isn't he? He's gonna get a real big glasses bill in the future when his cataracts pop up, and they are gonna pop up if he's keeping that gigantic LED crown that he got from Timu on his head right there for the rest of his life. In the other storyline campaign, which we probably most likely to get the completionist stuff, we're gonna have to roll it anyway a couple of times. There are two kings from the Beatific Palace and the Malefic Palace who see each other through dimensional mirrors, and they believe that the other one is an imposter king who is not fit to lead the realm, and thus the other one must die. Never do those two mention the Red Prince, who functionally is exactly the same. He's just a different color. One of them's gold, that's Beatific Palace King. The silver guy is the Malefic Palace King. They're both completely different bosses in function. No one has ever mentioned the Red Prince looks almost identical when you compare their features. The other two kings both have 4 eyes. They both have the same shaped jowl. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's like 2 pixels big. But it's exactly the same boss. And no one has made the comparison that this guy is also, as the others claim, a false king. This is another campaign where you do actually find the true king. Somebody assassinates the true king. And when the true king is assassinated, you're able to pull the assassin's dagger out of his back. You bring it into this guy. You kill this guy with the assassin's dagger. You get his crown. You get his crown. It's an old kill. It's a special. You get his crown. So that is very, very cash money and bougie. However, no one has actually drawn the comparison of these guys to the other two kings from this current storyline that we are
He looks
in.
like an evil KKK member.
He kind of does, doesn't he? But instead of white supremacy, he's more interested in the supremacy of his species against the Tran. So very, very similar. It's just kind of like wartime convenience. Anyway, we're going to give him these coins because now we actually have enough for the first time in my channel's history.
Ah, yes. A tithe worthy of your divine master.
New
It
dialogue!
is the law of the Fae that I give you this in return.
What do we just buy?
By my law, foreigner, I also give you this.
Is he going to raise his middle finger? Thank you! Oh, you shouldn't have! Oh, you're so kind! I'll be back! Bye-bye! I can't believe that led to us dying! What? Okay, well, thanks to him doing that, he actually leveled up our prism, which
How
made
do
us...
paid mods work on Skyrim? Can I still get achievements if I buy one?
Ah, now I actually know exactly how the paid mods work on Skyrim. There are a few that are approved by Bethesda on the Creation Club, and only on the Creation Club, that do not disable achievements. Most of them are paid. Almost every single one of them is cosmetic. There's a couple that adds like spells, but almost every single mod will disable achievements unless it's officially endorsed and bought off of Bethesda. So just use that for all of your Skyrim needs, because I was also very confused about the same thing when I fired Skyrim up for the first time with the Anniversary Edition. Stop that. My alarm just went off for 7 o'clock. I'm going to be playing until about 8. So I'm actually going to go for mod duration this time, and we should start dumping into this because once we get +2 mod duration, and then we hover over here, we find that we have an additional 1.5% increase in duration. Now, this thing goes up to a +20 cap. So we will get a +15, a huge number, percent mod duration, which means we can just pop Swarm and we can perpetually keep it up.
2 a.m. for me.
Holy hell, really? What are you doing up? What are you doing up? Is your pig snoring? Ynsin got really offended recently because I let her know that she does little snores. She does little snores when she sleeps. Not big ones, just like that, right? And it's once every few hours, and it's always based on her tossing and turning in the bed. Her and I have insomnia, so we completely understand that, you know, we move a lot in the bed. But she was absolutely just so unbelievably offended that she snored. Even for just a split second at all. And now she's really insecure about it, which is kind of funny in a way.
He does snore, but I don't think he is right now. When he snore, it sounds like a helicopter.
Oh yeah, that's how Ynsin sounds as well when she snores. Just like that. And when she farts, it's like a spitfire. It's like one of those rotary cannons on a jet going off. You know the ones. This sounds like a cult monitor mag dumping.
Get mad when they get told they snore. It's natural.
Yeah, I know. It is, isn't it? Although, to be fair, I don't know if I've gotten really, really lucky in this instance. I have never dated a person who snores, and I have had a few partners in my time.
But farting is weird as hell.
Yeah, farting is very weird. No one should fart. Farting's disgusting. That right there is the boss. That is the Night Mother. This is the end of the storyline for Ynsin. And we can shoot at her, but she doesn't actually give two hoots about us. She's just gonna scamper away like an absolute filthy coward, and we're gonna have to pluck this guy's heart out of his chest, which I find absolutely revolting as well, because not only do we have to go ahead and dig around in his guts for it, but we also have to keep it in our pockets with all of our valuable stuff. Okay, that's revolting. What the hell is this? Oh no, we can't go through there. I thought that we could go through there, and I've missed a really obvious secret this entire time. That's sus. Nah, it's fine. Also, my gun didn't go off, but a bullet came out. That's weird. I don't know if I agree with that, to be quite honest. Bark extract! Personally, I couldn't fathom why anyone would willingly ingest the root, but there must be something to do it if people are actually willing to do it! I don't know whose quote that is, but they very clearly shouldn't have been quoted. It was an opinion. And not even a really very helpful opinion. Here we are, by the way. We are back in the area that I keep calling the electroshock room. That's just on the other side of here. This should look familiar, right?
I don't know if they have these where you are, but they are called egg sandwiches. They contain mayo, egg, salt, and bread, and when I fart, it smells like that.
Wouldn't I do anything?
Yeah, we have egg sandwiches. Agriculture is one of our biggest exports here in New Zealand. Of course, we've got egg sandwiches. We call them egg salad sandwiches, though. Yep, mayo, egg, salt, and bread. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much an egg mayo sandwich here. Kind of hard to get them if you're not at a gas station, though. So, this right here is basically, someone's head goes in there, their body is strapped to this machine right here. All of these needles are made to poke and prod at the subject for some stupid reason.
That I just got autistic.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine, buddy. And this one right here goes into the top of the head. I don't understand why a mental asylum in any world would have this barbaric medieval torture device right here. And there's another one right here too. But this one is linked up to this crank, while this one isn't. So a little bit strange. Actually, this one does have a crank just down here. This is like the low voltage electroshock therapy thing. Whereas this one is kind of like, this is the I want to smell you cooking special. There's a lot of blood down here as well. Boiled blood, I would say. There's a journal right there. I don't know who wrote it, and quite frankly, I couldn't give a hoot. It was probably that guy. Who is this guy? Hard to say. He's all burnt. What about this guy? Who's this? Just some baffy chick with a... Is that supposed to be the equivalent of like a margarita or something? Maybe. Okay. So, we're going to go downstairs and we're going to dump this disgusting, dripping with blood heart. Hello there, sir. Would you like a fart today? Yes, you would. Enjoy that. That one's for you. And it's free. We're going to stick this pulsating, writhing mass of flesh and spider webs into this here. And this right here marks the end of the story for Ynsin. We're going to get ourselves another little item that we can use to advance the overall story and get ourselves back to the broken reality of Earth, or Earth Prime, as I quite like to think of it as. So yeah, the whole story basically is us going through these worlds, essentially just stopping to smell the roses. And by smell the roses, I mean kill a bunch of essential creatures required for the overall longevity of society in these areas. But because we are stupid and we don't really understand any concept of the preservation of culture, we're just going to tear through all of these lands willy-nilly without worrying too much about the consequences. On our way to basically go to the Prime World. So we are not actually from the Prime World. We are from another little area of reality. And the Prime World is kind of F'd in the A. We are going to go through there and we are going to absolutely demolish it. Okay, I have to mentally prepare. Oh, almost went in there with an empty magazine. That was close. I'm going to have to mentally prepare for this one because the fight is actually kind of tricky. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it! This is the Night Stalker. Your dreams are delectable. So, I think that this lady is the sister, as is specifically implied by her saying, my sister, of the person who used to run the asylum. Or the person who ran the asylum had this real yin and yang inside of them, maybe split personality disorder, which, while completely farcical in its application compared to real life, would explain lots. So this lady could potentially have been the original lady who ran this this mental asylum. You are exquisite! Thanks, lady. That is so nice to hear. Okay, and whoop! That's a timing one right there. Okay, good. And I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna strafe those, I think, because I'm lazy. Good. I'm gonna pop a swarm right there. We almost just got caught on a fence as well. That's pretty funny. Okay. Why is she only popping range? That's weird. That's very weird, actually. Whoa! Don't want to be hit by. Okay, so as you can see, she absolutely hits like a truck, which is not very good. I'm also not entirely sure if we have to level up our weapons necessarily. The minion is bugging out like crazy. Mainly because we're not supposed to be going up there just yet. Right. We'll try again. We'll pop straight back into here, and I'll do my best to keep her corroded. I think it's going to be the best way forward, right? Okay, go ahead and dodge that, and whoop! Dodge all of those little swipes right there. Keep her corroded, of course. We'll get a little bit in, and dodge, and dodge. Okay, we got hit by that second one, and it took off over half of our health, which is not amazing, actually. That's very bad. She's probably going to do the same thing again! Alright, let's go ahead and use a Dragon Heart. We'll take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Okay, she's probably going to swipe at us. Yep, there we go. And now we corrode, and we should be able to get away from these things, because they actually are really bad. Alright, good, and we don't want to be hit by that last attack. We almost just got ganked by that, which is absolutely fine. Gotta dodge those and take a Dragon Heart really quickly. Nice. By the way, this isn't even her final form, which is the worst part of all of this. Oh god, I didn't realize she had resist on. Right, good, now we can strafe everything. Wonderful, which means we can go on the offensive! Wonderful, go ahead and strafe that. I'm just going to cloud all of these spiders that pop out of her guts, because she is a disgusting and revolting abomination of a wretch. Disgusting. And dodge through that, and whoop! Go ahead and get that timing absolutely down pat. Fantabulous. Nice! Okay, so we are now actually on the offensive, which is pretty damn awesome. But we may come really, really close to running out of ammunition for our gun, which is fine. We are going to get a little bit of breathing room in between and dodge through that. Didn't dodge through that. Dodge that, of course. Oop. Go ahead and do a little bit more damage. Wunderbar. Go ahead and reload, and the first round we want to kill those spiders. There's also sidearm ammunition literally everywhere. She's probably going to swipe at us next. Just gauging. Yep, there we go. And dodge through that, and whoop. Nice. Enjoy my timing, lady. Gorgeous. I just go on the offensive. I just went straight on the offensive. I didn't have a choice in the matter. So she may look like she's dead, but the reality of the matter is we're actually in a nightmare world. So we only killed her first form, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, the hell is this? There's a rock floating here. Lady, your dream world has a continuity error. There's rocks flying in place. Okay, I don't really think she gives a hoot, to be quite honest. So, another big deep breath, because this next one is even faster than this one right here. Whew. All right. In this next one, we are going to be deploying the Enigma as soon as we get a chance. Whoop. And we are going to be using Hotshot. There she is. There she is.
Have you ever played that one mobile game called Vertica Stanley Made It to Stanley?
Sorry? I don't think I've ever heard of anything you just said. What? Okay, and a second swipe always comes after that first one. Dodge it! Nice. Straight that, of course. And dodge the second swipe as well, because she is a spiteful old bat! Okay, bye, lady. Now, because she is corroded, we should be able to
Stanley,
follow.
the creator of Marvel.
Oh, Stan Lee. Yeah, I'm familiar with Stan Lee. Not so much anything else, though, necessarily. Sorry, I can't really focus right now. I will get back to all of your chats as soon as we have gotten the Nightweaver down. Because the Nightweaver, believe it or not, probably actually one of the hardest bosses in the game by a country mile. Oh, what a hit! Oh, hello, sir. Gonna go ahead and roll through you because I don't like you. Nice. Okay. I don't know where she is. Where the hell is she? Oh, there she is. No! I screwed up the timing! Damn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll get all of our stamina back because we have a very, very fast stamina regeneration. Woo! Okay, that could have killed us! Thank you, reflexes. Okay, dodge that, of course, and dodge over here. Nice. If she does a leap, if she do a leaper, she ain't going to follow it up with a second swipe. All right, where is she? Swiper, no swiping! We also got a little bit of swarm to deploy against her, so that's going to go ahead and... Oh, piss off! Seriously! That's why I can't be distracted. Have you ever played that one mobile game called Vertica Stanley Made It to Stanley? Stanley, the creator of Marvel. No, I have not. I'm a bit weird with mobile games. I play like little puzzles to relax and unwind and turn my brain off to go to sleep. Whew. Oh, we also have a trade point. Let's go ahead and spend that in Area of Effect, because that may actually work in our benefit anyway in this fight with the little spiders. Okay. We may actually have to go back home and possibly... Ah! Okay, that hurt like crazy. Well, okay, this is where we die. Or not. What? How are we alive? What? How? All right, dodge that, of course. Okay, let's keep our distance from her, because she is actually ripping through us at an alarming rate. Damn it, we're stuck on the fences! Nice. Good. Now, screw it. Let's use a single nebula swarm right there. Gorgeous. Okay, that's going to be doing a little bit of damage, but not a huge amount. Clouds just took care of all the spiders. That's also very cash money. I love that for us. And I'm going to strafe these ones. We don't want to be hit by that. What the hell hit us? I think she did a swipe against us, to be honest. I think that was a swipe that killed us. Let's go back to Ward 13 and level up our guns. Because we are using an underleveled... not Enigma. It is a Nebula. We're using an underleveled Nebula right here. World bosses, like the one we are currently fighting right here, do have a minimum level cap. So regardless of how you generate the world, and I've explained how to do this in the previous videos, regardless of how you generate the world with your player level, Some bosses have a minimum clamp that ignores your level and they just spawn at a higher level anyway, which forces you to go ahead and level everything up, which is absolutely fine. It's actually probably good to get to play level 20 as fast as possible anyway, because then you get the really, really, really good items. We can't level this up because we need galvanized iron, which means we need it to spawn, which means we need to level everything else up. So we do have the Atom Smasher right here. We could probably actually... Whoops, didn't want to escape that menu. We want to de-level... Yes, I know how to do this. I played the game before. The Atom Smasher right here. And this will recover a bunch of items for us. Whoops, again, didn't want to quit. Thanks, game. Let's upgrade the equipment. Okay, so I want to do this Ornate Flail because it's actually a bit of an ass kicker. We're going to level this up like crazy.
Joining the Dawn Guard, then betray them to become a vampire.
Yeah, I do that. I do that every single time. I love doing that so much.
So long.
Yeah, so long. We've also got some weapon mods over here that we could potentially use.
Guess the pistol I made is holding up pretty well, huh?
If you're talking about the Nebula, oh yeah, it
Why
is.
did you bring me?
All right, good. So we can craft a bunch of things because we have killed a bunch of things. We can craft this right here. The cube handgun. This thing, I want to like it so bad, but I hate it with every fiber of my being. It is a revolting weapon. But we're going to make it anyway, because we're going to clear out our inventory anyway. Stasis Beam slows enemies. Not amazing, to be honest. We got crabs. We got space crabs. Time lapse, don't know what this does. Yeah, no idea, actually. Let's just make it. We'll test it out at some point. Blood Draw shoots out razor sharp chain shards. Actually, not using bleed, so we won't be using them. Witchfire, that is kind of useless. We'll get it anyway, just because it's nice to have. Actually, we'll make all of these. We'll make every single one. Oh, we've got no money. That's embarrassing.
Piper got space crabs.
Yeah, Piper's definitely got space crabs. She is a loose woman. She is ready to lie. Hey, Bravus, how you doing?
Looking for trouble.
No, I want to buy something, I think. So, what else can we get? We can actually sell a bunch of stuff. Luminite crystals are a huge, huge source of money. I don't think we're ever actually going to use them in crafting. We can also get rid of this Poison Ambit Ember Capsule, which is a little bit of money. We're never going to use it again because we're not going to be fighting Talratha. It's also another material right here. Don't know what that is. Binding Orb. When thrown, device becomes an anchor and applies slow to all enemies within 5 meters. Lasts 20 seconds. That's actually pretty good. We could probably actually use it against the Nightweaver, but I don't think I've ever used an item other than for healing in this game ever. Slightly increases evade window and evade speed by 15%. Hopefully that doesn't change our iframes.
That'll do.
Okay.
Don't do anything.
That'll do, pig.
I'll have to come after you.
We want to talk to this guy right here. So this is Dwell. This is Paxel Tech. He can make a bunch of really, really cool stuff as well, which shouldn't really cost too much, including this right here, the Corrupted Nebula. So this thing right here is actually a worse version of the handgun that we've got, but the option is there to create it, and we are going to need to get this at some point anyway for the sake of collection. This right here, Corrupted Cube Gun, so much better. So much better than the Cube Gun. This one here actually functions, and the Cube Room is it's special. It actually does good stuff as opposed to the Cube Gun, which is actually kind of crap. Some of these right here are also really
jumping in the water in Skyrim thinking I'll get ready damage.
No, they animated swimming. You're fine. Some of these are actually kind of handy to have, but I don't really think we're going to necessarily use them. Like this one right here increases the critical chance of the weapon by 1% per unique status effect on the enemy for a maximum of 15%. So we would have an increase of just base 2 if we hit them with corrosive. If Doggo bites them, Red Ring of Death creates another 2 stacks of bleed. That's 4% increase for critical. Critical doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but 4% critical chance just for playing the game is actually fairly lucrative. And you can level this up here at Dwell as well under the screen right here. Are we using any of these? Shocker? No. This is specifically to be used with the Enigma handgun, the Gigantic Thor's hammer. I was hoping to sell some stuff. We'll come back here with a little bit of money, and we'll see whether or not we can't get some better items. I think that's probably actually a really good idea. So we've leveled up our flail. We could actually go and dip a toe into Yaesha because we are still I hate to say it, a little bit underprepared for Nightweaver. She is unbelievably unfair at points. Like, you did see her one-shot me with an attack that did 2 hits with 1. So the only way to have survived that would be to perfect iframe both attacks or get out of the way of them in the first place, which is hard to do because it aimbots right at you and then it fires off the attack. So you need to wait for the attack to actually start before you roll. Regardless, we do need a little bit of speed, and Geisha is really, really good for mod generation and speed upgrades. Whoops, that was a miss. Actually, why the hell am I even using that rifle? I should be using this one because everything around here is pretty squishy. Okay, so if we go ahead and check our player level, it went up to 11. So we should start seeing galvanized iron around the place. Hello there. What's your name? I'm Ynsin. Have you subscribed? Probably not. I mean, they're dead. Why would they? Why would they subscribe if they're dead? I'm going to go ahead and break this because we need to. I found a bunch of purple crap. Okay. Some of these statues burst out into being specials. Oh, like that! Damn it! I shouldn't have trusted my eyes! However, corrosive actually does bonus damage to these wankers right here, including that guy, who's just going to die of corrosion. Now, even though it is doing the same ticks of damage per second to the enemy as it was doing over in Ynsin, we're going to be attacked right here by a bunch of nasties. Fortunately, we don't actually have to be in the fight whatsoever because our spread is insane.
Or do you despise it?
Do I occasionally play Fortnite or do you despise it? I've never despised Fortnite, but what I don't like about Fortnite is okay, so full disclosure, I'm an old man, right? And I'm about to pull my Johnny out and shout at clouds. In 2014, we are going back 11 years. In 2014, Fortnite was announced. It was supposed to be a base building game where you pretty much build up a base from scratch in a roguelite mode while defending against a zombie apocalypse. You got weapons, depending on how well you did, defeating the zombies all around the place. And it looked really, really good. That game never got made. What did get made is a battle royale. That's what Save the World is. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games that have kind of like capitalized on what a lot of people wanted Fortnite to be because they advertised it. Play it with me? Oh no, I don't play it. I don't play Fortnite for a very, very good reason. I'm too old. But like, I don't hate the game. I understand that it's got its own niche, but battle royale, it's never vibed with me, and I'm not really interested in going and checking it out. I've only played Fortnite. So I played 2 games in my life. That's a special right there. I'm glad I saw that one coming. Whoa! Whoa! Damn it! I should have dodged that one. I should have seen that one coming. I played it twice, and I won my second game. It's my first battle royale as well. I hadn't even played PUBG by that point. And it was like 2018, so even more embarrassing. I'm under siege by something else. It's that thing. That has so much damage! Actually, this thing sucks. Because it does that twice, which can kill you most times. Alright, I'm gonna pop a swarm right here, and I gotta use a dragon heart. I don't have a choice. Hey! What a dodge! Nice! And good luck, baby, in hell. Tell the Phlegethon I say hi. Okay. Great, we're gonna reload our gun right here. And this right here, I don't actually remember his story. I don't think he's got a story. He just kind of like reads these gigantic murals and then he interprets them for us. But it's not really all that hard to interpret because what he gives us is basically, I don't know what I'm looking at. Do you? And I'm not going to make you guys waste your time listening to it. Okay, so there's a few things that we can drop down from around here. By the way, everywhere that you can see around this area, you can go to. That little crack, you can go to it. That right there, you can go to it. In fact, we have to go over there to start off a waterfall so that we can go into there. Very, very cool. This is one of the least randomly generated maps in the game, and honestly, it's not such a bad thing. I'm just looking for places to drop down. We are going to have to move this gigantic platform that we're standing on currently away from where it is currently situated. Okay, there we go. There's a drop down right there, but we can't access it from where we are. Possibly. Possibly? more path and there wasn't. My bad. Okay. What? There's nothing we can drop down through. So, this should be the Lydusa storyline, which should get us a really, really, really powerful main weapon. One that I actually absolutely adore. And one that I identified as kind of OP before the rest of the Remnant community wanked on about just how powerful this thing is. I call it the Sandblaster. I don't know what it's actually called. Simple as that. I just don't know what it's called. Call it the Sandblaster. It fires out a giant beam of sand that does a fairly hard-hitting amount of damage that scales really, really well with difficulty increases. But the thing I like about it most is it's basically... its main attack is a gigantic sandstorm that you fire, and it's just this gigantic ball that follows enemies around and absolutely rinses their health. There is nothing that can be done about it. We don't need to go down that ladder, even though we can't see. That thing is going to cause us a couple of issues, but there should be another couple of enemies that are about to attack us anyway. Not him, not him, not him. Where's the pot? It should be a giant pot that fires stuff at us. Okay, maybe it's him. No, it's not. Okay, we'll start aggressing against this guy because we can actually start attacking him from a distance. His weak spot is exactly where you'd think it is. It's that little glowing bit right in the middle right there. 400 damage, nice. Okie dokie. Gonna go ahead and just use range. None of those were gonna hit us. Ow. Okay, let's use corrosion because it seems like that's just common sense at this point. Right, that hit us. And he's dead. Okay. I think we may have pissed on the hornet's nest because it seems like everything is now attacking us. Let me go here, corrode them, and make that spread like wildfire. Nice! Nice! So it's going to want us to go that way, but there is another little path that we can go through just down here that we can use to access the other side of this here map.
Well.
Yes, well. So... if I'm not mistaken, there is kind of like a little secret around here. I don't remember what it was, though. Maybe we have to move the platform to actually reach it. Yo, hey, Ynsin has a dumpy. That's, an unusually targeted username that kind of confuses me in a very uncomfortable way. But thank you very much for the compliment or insult. Okay. So this guy is down for the count. Got the pots. This is what I was talking about when I was saying where are the pots. There's two pots that just come right up your bum, and they ruin your day. There is a chest over here in the corner. We are going to go and grab it for the fragments. What do we get? Relic dust. Great. That means we've got an equal or better fragment than the one we just picked up. This guy down here is going to ask us to give us the soul of a god. No, I am not joking.
It's very much a compliment. I'd like to see it in action.
Okay. What is this, like a poo fetish thing? Yeah, that's not what my OnlyFans... that's beyond the scope of my OnlyFans, I think. I'm not convinced that I'll ever do that kind of content. How the hell did you miss, friendo? Yeah, the drop on us. That is a special. I'm going to go ahead and drop him like a sack of potatoes in the first Hunger Games film. Done. I just petered that man. Smashed him right in the peter. These guys suck. This guy is probably actually a good...
this guy just spawned here.
A good dump for the nano swarm right here. We'll pop a swarm right there and just make sure that that gets him. We probably don't need to actually. We probably actually got so much not mod duration. Status effect duration at this point that we don't even need to pop a swarm to guarantee the kill on that guy. We just need to outlast him and focus on tagging him once with farts. Because the Red Ring of Death is actually very, very potent, especially when it comes to these status effect builds. Where the hell is this? Can I go through? Hello? No, it seems to be locked. But I'm also suspecting that there may be a secret. Secret? 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 No. No secret at all. Secret? No. No secret. It seems though there was no secret in there. Could be a way of getting up there, though. If there's an item up there, we have to be able to get up there. Possibly there is a secret down here. Secret? Secret?
I'm gonna try and fix my sleep schedule, GN.
Okay, good night. Tell Steve, your pet pig, that he's a very cute boy and I love him. Platonically, not romantically. I don't want him getting any ideas whatsoever. Again, like that is beyond the scope of my OnlyFans. Okay, we'll come up here and we'll see whether or not we can figure out exactly where to go first try. I feel like the secret is actually to my immediate left right here as well. No, it's not. We do actually have to move it to get to the secret. I was completely fibbing, it
Looks
seems.
like it's me and you.
Yes. It does look like it's me and you. Oh no. Oh no. Is this an enemy? Nope.
Spits in hand cutely.
Okay. There's no such thing as cutely spits in hand. Hey, nice. Pop. Oh, awesome. Actually, this is a really good chance to use the... I'm getting away. Swarm. But we don't have any swarm to use. This kind of sucks, actually. This ain't good. This is actually bad. Oh, no. Okay, let's roll away from that. Good thing we rolled away from that as well. Okay, I'm gonna pop this now. Oop. I just face tanked most of that. Ow!
Spits in hand while slowly farting.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to mute chat if you guys go on like this. What are we looking at? So, we got it! And we also got the pressure point mutator, which actually probably is worth sticking on at least one of our guns right now, because if I remember correctly, it does crits. It influences crits. Inventory, no, we want character. I don't think we should stick it on this one because the prophecy mutator is actually buffing this thing's mod power generation like crazy, which means we can pop swarm more often. Increases this weapon's range and mod damage by 5% to enemies within 7 meters. That's pretty cool.
You guys, how did you know there was 3 of us?
I just assume. Always assume that there's more people watching you than not. I'm actually going to go ahead and... Oh, I can't stick it on my melee weapon. That sucks. What should we stick on this? Maybe this here shocker, possibly. Okay, after 3 hits, it empowers this weapon, which is actually very easy to land on account of the whole helicopter there. So we could potentially put the shocker on top of the flail. Steadfast is also crap. Stormbringer increases the status effect damage applied by melee attacks by 25%. This is basically, exclusively for the throwing axe melee weapon, which we don't have yet. Hopefully we'll find it in Yaesha, but I won't be too surprised if we don't because it's a rare drop. Melee hits increase melee damage by 3% for 5 seconds. Oh, actually, that one's insane. Yeah, so this thing absolutely fires like crazy. Look at it go. Woo! Woo! Nice. And those are all heavy attack hits as well. So as long as it doesn't absolutely dump our health, we're going to be absolutely fine. Okay, we're done down here. We never have to come down to this absolute disgusting feral pit of death and decay ever again, which is actually quite cash money. I quite like that. We'll never do that again. And we probably want to go... We can actually open this from this side. Where's that? Ah, because this is where we spawned in from. So this is actually a shortcut so that we don't need to go and go all the way up to the top of that again. By the way, that's where we came from, up there. Oh, hello! I didn't realize there were enemies here! Okay, getting away from that area. Let's go up instead. What is going on down? Doggo! Call them out! What do you see? Ah, I see. A couple of dudes want some farts. That's fine. I can bless you with the farts. Alright. I'm getting hit markers. Is it Doggo? Doggo's gonna be suffering from that for another 12 seconds. That's insane. It seems like not even Doggo is safe from our irresponsible use of farts. Okay, down here I actually see an item just over there. If you can make it out past all of the pink. Great. Right here, what is this thing? The Talos Islet, don't know what that is. But the skeletons here, they have horns, which is pretty cool because that is Pan. That is very Pan. Also so do the statues. Love that for us. I'm actually very keen, I know there's a chest over there, to see what this ring does, because it may actually be quite good. Booster ring, probably not going to replace that. I don't think we'll replace any of this, actually. What is this? Bulwark? No. I actually almost just swore in response. Why do we have more guns? Oh, that's right. We got the cube gun. Yuck. That thing's disgusting, actually. Maybe we should be using our rifle, because we're pretty low on ammunition, and these guys aren't terribly hard to shoot at. Oops. I say missing one. Okay. And whoop, right in his snoot. Whoa, dodging that. And whoop, right in his snoot. Done. Those guys are actually very, very favorable for us because the ascent mass is the thing that ends up killing them. That was a trade point book. Hey! Nice! We got rewarded for coming all the way down here. Go ahead and dump that trait right into amplitude because we actually do need to. Wunderbar, as they say in quite a few countries, not exclusively Germany. Alright, so now we're going to take the top lane instead of just this low ground right here. We probably should have done that in the first place, but we would have missed out on the trait point book because I am too lazy to have gone back, realistically. Sun Tzu said, know thy enemy. The Bible says, know thyself. Both of which are required for you to know whether or not you are going to completely ignore an objective. Is that the only guy here? Okay, I was going to... Oh my god, what the hell? Pot! It's a pot! Okay, get away from that because we have no health. And because it's over there and it moves slow, I'm going to use Dragon Heart, knowing that it can't kill me. And now I corrode it. So that doggo doesn't have to do most of the damage. God, I love this Crystal Heart so much. It lets you take another couple of free hits while you're healing. Unless it's the Night Mother, in which case it absolutely screws you. Okay. What the hell is that? I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that is. There's a special right there. What, really? Alright, not doing a huge amount of damage, but as he gets closer, it's doing more and more. Whoop! There it is. Okay, come down, do a slam. Nice, and another. Always second. Good, and I'm rolling away from that, and I'm going to fart on him so that the corrosion kills him. I think he's actually aggroed by Doggo. I was wrong, but it didn't matter. I actually had a brief split second of panic right there. But again, absolutely fine. What's action without some panic? Hello! I see you! Bye-bye! Oh my god, spawn. What? That didn't even kill him! Otherwise it would have spread to everything in the area. Ow. Wow. That guy camped me. I've just got camped by a melee. How often does that happen? Right, so there's two areas that we can go to from here. Let's plan out our journey. Because one of them will probably end up at an area that we can go through. Probably through here would be our next best bet. Let's go this way. I already see a dude right over there. Hello, friend. Yep, I need to see his health bar, and... the hell? The corrosion. It didn't take. Oh well. Sucks to be him anyway. Doggo has something on him. Oh, that guy actually dodged the corrosion as well. That was skill. I think Doggo's going after another one as well. Never mind, he's going for a crap. He's sitting down to take an absolute huge dump. I was wrong. This is the way. Or is it? This may actually lead us to... You know what? I don't actually think that this is the way we're supposed to be going. Let's go check out this dungeon right here. I'm actually almost convinced that this is not the area that we're supposed to be going down. I am almost certain that this is, in fact, a side dungeon. And we're going to go through it for collectionist's sake. The Nameless Nest. Oh, no, actually, I think this may be the boss fight with Shroud. Either way, I mean, it's still... progress is progress. We can always go back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reload the Nebula sidearm. I should have touched that bonfire, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. No, this is actually a transit dungeon. I just remembered who the Nameless Nest belongs to. It is the Mother Mind, which is a bit of a DPS check boss rather than an actual functioning boss. You're just in a gigantic arena and you got to avoid things falling on you and also at the same time deal damage to the thing in the middle of the arena, and it doesn't move. It just doesn't move. Simple as that. It's a pretty easy fight. It was the first boss I ever fought in this game as well. Oh, damn it! We already pressed the button, didn't we, to reset all the spawns at that bonfire. We shouldn't have done that. No, we didn't. What the hell? Oh, hi. Here you go. Hello. Okay, I'm rolling! A third slam! That's a new one. I'm just gonna speed up the old corrosion. Ow. What the hell is going on behind me? Are you serious? That Luminite crystal better be there when I get back up, or I swear to God, I will be leaving God an aggressive prayer. Dear God! Dear God! Okay. Pop a swarm, because I want to. And there we go. He's going to have to close the gap now on our behalf. And whoop! I think he's actually aggroed in on Doggo, which is pretty funny. Let's go ahead and just pop some more of this. Alright, good. And that has corroded the other dude. And oh my God! Where did he come from? Where did he go? Oh my god! Well, yeah, no one knows. I actually see a little ladder that takes us down to another floor, but I don't see any functional use for going down there. Is there any? Oh, there's actually a little bit of iron down there. And there's a single enemy. Ow. Wait, no, this is just a shortcut to go back. Oh, yuck. That's just the worst kind of crafting material as well. Just yucky old iron. No one likes that. Okay, we're going to go up this path next. And that is going to be a side door. There we go. Enjoy. Oh, I took that sand right to the brain. Take him out. I gave him a little extra dose of corrosion as well, just so I didn't have to deal with the sand. Okay. Let's come up this bridge right here, and we'll see whether or not we can't get some more of our action. Oh, yes, we can. Hello there, sir. You wanker! What a wanker! We all know he was a wanker. Oh my god, there's 3 of them! Oh my god! Cease! Cease! Okay, I just thought I just fell off the map there. I'm just gonna wait for them to corrode to death because we don't have any health whatsoever, which I'm about to remedy right this second. Probably shouldn't have taken the dragon art. Probably instead should have just used Doggo's heal skill. But here we are. We've already made our bed and we are going to lie in it. Looks like we don't have a choice but to go the Mother Mind route. It's a little bit of a damp fart as well, I must say. Alright, back we go. I know that on the mini-map, those with very, very good eyesight can probably see that that is actually a part of the map that we can go to. We will be going there, but we haven't unlocked the requirements to go there just yet. We need to do a little bit more map traversal. Okay, pretty sure there was an enemy right over there. I'm just going to go around him. Let's go to the Nameless Nest, and we'll try and charge through the Mother Mind fight. We're probably going to get it first go, realistically, because Mother Mind... As much as I love the boss design in this game overall, Mother Mind, not amazingly designed, very simple. Incredibly simple. Offensively simple, I would probably say. The kind of simple that would make a Dark Souls player think, what is this, the tutorial? Because it does have very, very similar vibes. I don't know why, but all of a sudden the frames are just really crisp on my computer. Strange. I wonder if my computer just uncapped the frames. Probably. Let's get... So, we probably actually want our ranged weapon out at this point. Because... a lot of enemies around here. A lot of enemies around here. And they fly. But, we can one-tap them with a single shot to their weak spot, which is a little glowing thing in the front of their face. We don't want to get too bogged down by their numbers, which is why I keep endorsing over the Widowmaker single-shot sniper rifle. I keep on endorsing this here semi-automatic sniper. It is absolutely crazy effective getting these guys. Nice. Good. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're actually looking at a big jumble of mess on the map. I know exactly what this map is going to give us as well. So if we come up here, I think this is the way. Either that or this is somewhere we're supposed to... Yeah, we're supposed to have fallen down here. There are 2 points at which there are items that we can collect. And they're basically freebies if you can actually get up there. Nothing around here. I've never seen any variation in this tiny little section of the map before. Take all of that. There should be another area that we can go through. Hidden wall, maybe? Hidden wall? No. Something drop down out here? No. Okay. That's fine. We'll go back out and around. I love that running mechanic so much. Oh my god. It is so good. There's got to be another way of getting up there. And I think I've found it. We probably have to traverse up the ruins that we just came from. There's got to be a way up from here. Is there? Actually, see on the map, there is like a tiny little path that we can go down. Is it the path not explored? Oh yeah, we can make that jump. Absolutely, we can make that jump. That's right, you got to go down before you can go up. I completely forgot about that. That's fine. Okay. Oh, hello there. Both of those missed. Oh my god. So you can probably actually see that the distance in between these enemies, even though the nebula is killing them really fast, the range on the nebula puts us out really, really badly because we don't actually know whether or not the range is ideal. So I've gone down this route here first. There is also a high ground route that we can take. Down here is going to be a multi-boss fight with 2 different abominations, and both of them drop mutators. So I am literally bound by honor to come down here for the sake of completion. There is a chest. We want to open that door at some point. This, please. Good. We found 2 forged iron, and aside from that, it was all worthless to us. Nothing down there. This should be the entrance into the boss arena, or it's either going to also open up a shortcut for us to come back down. Where the hell am I? Right. Okay, so this is probably right back at the start. Okay, I didn't even see that door in the first place. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's because we came from that direction and not that direction as well. So, let's go back down here. Whoops, that was a roll. Could have just killed myself. We'll come down here and then we'll travel back up this again once more. For good reason. There is another path that we can go through. And we're going to see if we can't actually annihilate everything up here. This is a bit of a jumping puzzle, but it's not particularly difficult. And if we encounter a single enemy, I'm going to pop the swarm, which is pretty funny. A little bit of trivia for anybody who played Remnant from the Ashes. Swarm is the exact same kind of meta build that everybody always ends up going with anyway. Okay, I'm hearing weird noises. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm hearing strange burbles. I'm going to jump this right here because there was a gap, and if I don't, I die. I'm trying to avoid this thing that this game has. It's a bit of a debuff. It's called death. Death and dying. Because it's not very time efficient. I hear enemies, so as soon as I get up here, I'm going to pop a swarm, or I'm going to see what there is to deal with. Actually, let's get our rifle out. Just because I know these guys are probably going to... There he is. Hello. One, and whoops, missed that second one. Yeah. The only downside of the semi-automatic rifle, which really can't be helped. Okay, thanks. It didn't actually give me any time to hit that quick time event. That shouldn't be in the game, realistically. Oh, piss off. Root Rod is really annoying. It basically stun locks your character. It also cuts your, cuts a quarter off your stamina. So, we probably have to use an item to get rid of this Root Rot. Which one is it? It's not that. Look, it's rid of Root Rot. It's not Blood Root. Collectathon, no. Binding Orb, no. It doesn't go away, by the way. If you just keep it on you, it'll stay there forever. Ghoul Serum, no. Berry Needle, no. Actually, that's a powerful item. We should be using that more. Bottle Shade Berry. Increased mod power generation by 10%. That's pretty awesome, actually. What else we got? Bandage, no. Antidote, no. That's corroded. Ammo box. Okay. We have nothing that counters Root Rot. Okie dokie. Looks like we're going to be playing Iron Man mode, which is fighting 2 rather difficult bosses with this incredibly rare condition of Root Rot. Very annoying, actually. Don't cough halfway through the jump. Okay, good. Excellent. We'll get our nebula back out, our big fart machine. And we'll use this because now we don't want to be relying on precision hits. We want to be relying on basically damage over time and AoE. Jump over here. Nice. This is all new. What's down there? Nothing! Nothing! Okay, good. I was hoping to get some initiative and maybe sneak up on some of those flying dudes, but we didn't really have the option, did we? That's fine. That's fine. We'll work around it. Is there anything over here? I'm being very, very thorough, by the way, because the whole point of this playthrough is to collect every single item that you can really get on single player. That was immaculate! Okay, good. That was such an immaculate use of the corrosion right there. Wow, even with Root Rot, they did not stand a chance. In fact, at this point, they don't even stand. What I like to see! Good, we'll come up here. Probably going to be more quarrels, realistically. Oh, this Root Rot is really annoying, isn't it? Nice! We made it to the top. Yoink! Talisman of the Sun! I think it sucks. It's probably going to increase burn damage or something. But we're not over, despite what this very, very final statue here looks like. Whoops! Here we go. We'll run up here. And there should be another entrance entirely that allows us into a boss fight. Big question. Where TF is it? Okay, fall off that ledge while coughing. Trying to interrupt the status debuff. I don't trust that because that's covered in brambles, so I don't really think that's the way. But I know that there is a way. I know that there is a way. Maybe it's not around there. But memory does tell me... Oh, also... Trade point book! I am obligated just to say, because I do remember that little parkour thing being... That's pretty. That's really pretty. That little parkour area being linked to that double boss fight is basically a 100% thing in my experience. But maybe down here as well. Excuse me, friend. Oh, piss. Damn it. Oh, no! Hello! Let me just cough up a storm while you attack my dog. I am a terrible owner. Alright. Also, we got to be quite wary of the strength and numbers, because these things home in on enemies, the things that keep passing us. And if we're coughing up a lung, we probably won't be able to defend ourselves against them. Wow, they are really far away. What do you mean special? Where's special? There's no special. What are you talking about? Oh, I see. Oh no, that's a really hard one to fight as well. Especially with root rot. Piss! Okay, we can still dodge with root rot, which is actually very, very... that's a very, very human thing. Okay, good. And his friend is probably going to burst out the top of him right there. We do not want him to get away. Oops. And... Get him! Got him. Okay, good. Whew. The thing we were fighting was not actually the gigantic thing that almost killed us. It was, in fact, of course, that tiny little thing that flew out of it.
For now.
This goes to show that small things can also make a really annoying impact on anything. Hello. Sorry. Sorry. I'm playing like a Canadian. Oh, sorry, eh? Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, eh? Okay, I want that train point book. Because if we die here, we can still upgrade ourselves. Yoink! A little bit of thievery goes a long way in this game. Go ahead, give that guy a little bit of a boot. And I'm not going to shoot that deer, actually. Because I think we do get rewarded for not killing any deer. No deer. This looks like a return path to me, because there's a giant cliff just over here. Yeah, okay. It's just an annoying return path. Alternative from the main path. Even though there were more enemies here. Yoink. Take that scrap. Forged iron! Yeah, baby. We need lots of galvanized iron. Which is actually the choke point at which we are currently facing. And also we need to level up a lot of our archetypes to increase our player level so we have access to that galvanized iron too. When you hit oh, nice, forged iron. When you hit player level 16, that is the sweet spot in the numbers, because you have access to literally all of the in-game stuff. It's just a low chance of it actually spawning. But once you actually hit player level 16, you're able to have those things drop in the first place. Anything on this little platform here? No. Okay. Wonder why that was there. Weird. Hello! Oh, try and land this. Oh my god, he's so far away that his frames are dipping. Oh, hi there, friendo. I didn't see you there. Okay, we probably have to level up this gun a little bit more. That was a great shot, actually. Hold up, I'm just coughing up a lung, if you don't mind. I'm just going to ignore that one right there. Okay, good, and there's one right there as well. Nice, that was a crit right there. Long range crit, baby. Babiness. All right, that shaman has a gigantic weak spot, so we can just basically pummel away at that. Oh, piss. Okay, good. We don't want to be hit by any of those. This guy's harassing the crap out of us. In my defense, nothing actually just hit us. So I'm not entirely sure why we died. But we did just get rid of the root rod, so that is actually fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at the map and see if there wasn't like anything that we missed across the parkour trail that we... Oh, actually, kind of is right here. But I think that's a shortcut back. So we did go down... Ah! Down here! Yes, there is more! Aha! Or is there? Really hard to tell, actually. I don't see a border around it, but I also don't see a border around some of these other ones. So I'm I can only be led to assume that that is actually the area that I'm thinking of. And if it's not, I'm going to throw myself off of the ledge of this flying island. Because quite frankly, if the physics allows me to do it, I'm going to do it. Jump up here. Nice. And keep on sprinting onwards. Nice. So after this, after we level up the ritualist, we're probably going to want to focus on the Stormcaller. The class that was literally made after the Stormcaller, built from Remnant from the Ashes, which was, aside from Swarm, my favorite mod, simply for one big reason. It increased your movement speed by 300%, and it cast down a bunch of explosion-based thunder all over the place. Very, very cash money, absolutely fantastic to use, and it made you feel like you were literally Thor. Okay, so I think I'm actually at the point in the map where I thought there was... No, I'm not actually. It's down here. How the hell do we get down there? Is there a way of getting down there? Kinda. Right, so we've been down here. We know we've been down here, actually. Nothing down there. Is there like a secret wall, maybe? No? No. Huh. I am convinced that there is something around here that will lead us to another little area. And I can't remember why. Why am I convinced of this? There's clearly nothing. There is literally clearly nothing. But I knew it was in here. Where the hell was it? I'm certain of it. I'm certain that there was actually a thing that you like drop down on, and it puts you in this rather large kind of Colosseum looking area. It's not here. Okay, well, we'll carry on the map as, and I'll throw myself off the ledge because we've already kind of doubled down on going through the parkour area at this point. And we'll see whether or not we can't maybe just go and cream Mother Mine. We already did all the parkour anyway. We'll just go through as fast as we can. We also have one trait point available. Let's dump that into Amplitude, and we have maxed out Amplitude. Nice! That's exactly what we want to see. So, we now have an increase to the area of effect of our attacks, including the Ritualist's area of effect weakness thing that forces the status effects to spread to nearby enemies. We now have increased that to 50% the original value. That was a good strafe. He's dead. I don't even have to look at him, I don't think. He's dead. Don't have to look at him. Oops. Don't go down there. Don't go down there. I'm going to get that guy. And let's also take our chances over here with some very cash money. Well, that did the trick perfectly. We already went down there. There was literally nothing. So we'll ignore that, and we'll come all the way this way. Couple of deer. I don't think I could give a hoot about the deer. To be quite fair. There is a... Oh, the deer can fly. That's interesting. It's probably how they survived on this flying island. So there is actually a little shrine that gives you a little reward if you don't kill any deer. But alternatively, there's also a shrine that gives you the same shrine gives you another reward if you kill all of the deer on the map. So it's kind of like whatever you do, just pick a lane kind of stuff. Oh, I've probably killed a deer with one of those corrosive clouds, though, unfortunately. Right, get him next. A couple over here. Let's just use the rifle, honestly. Good. Any more? Yep, right there. Oh, I probably should have known I corroded him. Take that one. Oh, hey, friendo. Get away from that one. Here you go, Doggo. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna help Doggo. Okay, that guy actually just tried to rail me from behind. Nice try! Actually, he did land it, so it wasn't really much of a try. It was actually a direct hit. Doggo's still running around. Never mind. There is an enemy here. He's aiming at Doggo. Oh, what? I watched him fire that. He didn't even point his bow in the right direction. Yeah, you can hit this guy in the head. It still does enormous amounts of damage. You can actually stun him, though. Good. Roll away from those three, because I have basic self-preservation. One shot wasn't even a crit. Bye-bye, little stalker. That's what they're called, by the way, stalkers. Anyone else see kind of like a little tortoise's face on there? Like this is wee mouth. Oops, just shot him in the face. There's his eye, and there's his big old Squidward nose. I love that. I love that so much. This guy came to see what was going on, even though my gun didn't actually make any noise. Okay. A couple of specialists down there. Oh, that guy has to go. Definitely has to go. We got time. We got time to dodge those attacks. Plenty of time. What are you gonna do? Hit me? I'm gonna go back through here and see if there's any items in the area that we ignored, but I don't think there is. No, there is not. Grant, the completionist in me, is running rampant. Okay, so we're in a big clearing, it seems. I'm actually gonna fire off a swarm rifle, because I'm pretty sure we're about to be absolutely railed by a big group of enemies. Oh boy, was I right! Holy hell, look at that! Nice! Enjoy your corrosion, dickhead. Okay, they are actually trying to attack us, which is not very casual. Holy hell! No! There's so many of them! Okay, corroded one of them. That's going to spread to the rest of them. Dine in hell! I wonder if hell's got good food, actually. We have a place here in New Zealand. We've got a pizza chain here in New Zealand called Hell's Pizza. And they're quite famous for making really, really controversial statements and promotionals. Once they went to a school, a primary school, and they handed out a bunch of condoms. And they also had heaps and heaps of pens. They did a giveaway of all these pens. If you bought a pizza, you got a free pen. It was in the shape of like a syringe. And it had some kind of like AIDS sharing blood joke on it. And that was just their entire marketing strategy for ages. Sealed resin loop. I remember this being okay. We probably aren't going to be using it, but it's probably not going to hurt to see what it does. Melee attacks can be cancelled mid-action by dodging. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's functional. What is this thing? Increases fire damage by 25% and burning damage by 50%. Burning kind of sucks. I don't know if anybody actually uses burning. There's only one weapon that I'm familiar with that has like innate burn damage. And that is the Sparkfire shotgun. I'm not entirely sure how good it is. That looks like a secret right there, doesn't it? Nope, it's not. It's a map boundary. Go ahead and reload the other 5 rounds into our nebula right here. Okay, and I'm pretty sure what we're about to oversee is a giant castle. No, this is the Mother Mind's nest. Gotcha. Gotcha! Gotcha! We will come down this way. Because it's the hardest way to come back up. I don't know why I chose this path, to be quite honest. And we'll just make sure that there's no items scattered around the place, because with these flying islands, the biggest hazard isn't actually falling off of the side of them, which does happen very, very frequently because you can't see where the edge is past those leaves. It's actually hidden items. If you come here for a specific item, you can very easily just run straight past it. Alright, so this is actually going to be Mother Mind. I feel like Nebula is probably actually not going to be the gun we do this with. To be quite fair, I'm going to try this with a hunting rifle, and we'll also get the single shot pistol out as well. But other than that, I'm not confident that we can beat this with Nebula, because Nebula is very, very specific, and it deals in crowd control. Actually, we do kind of want it for the corrosive damage anyway. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. We'll try and apply corrosive damage on Mother Mind, who's about to pop up from the middle of the arena right here in just a couple of seconds. We'll see what corrosion damage does to her. We're also about to see whether or not one of her modifiers is status resist. And if that's the case, corrosive damage is going to be virtually, functionally useless. My bad, it's been so long since I've seen this cutscene that I actually thought she comes out of the bottom. Like a poo. Okay, there she is. She's actually pretty intimidating, but she's pretty fair, honestly, gotta be said. Alright. So, that attack doesn't Jesus Christ, that is a lot of damage. That attack doesn't immediately do damage, but when she pulls, you gotta dodge. I specifically whiffed that shot so that you guys could have a direct example of it. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't dodge it. It's for you guys, not because I forgot to. Dodge, and she's not going to do a second one, is she? Absolutely not. Why the hell would she? Yeet! Damn it! I ignored my own advice. Okay, we need health. I'm gonna cancel my dragon heart so I can dodge that, of course. All right, these are really annoying, actually. So those do an insane amount of damage. Let's just get back so we don't have to be in that vortex whatsoever. We could probably actually do this with just the hunting rifle, to be fair. Oh, poor baby! All right, she's resisting. We gotta get the hell off of this right here because she is about to collapse that platform. Which is why I'm not running around the arena like an absolute dope. Okay, we need to get some more mod generation for this, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use corrosive damage against these two, because I know it does build up for the mod powered generation. Those are also weak spots. Don't know where those are going to land. Piss. Well, that's half of our health gone. Not like I was using that for anything. I don't think I've ever burst any of her gigantic pustules. Okay, dodge that and dodge that one too. Okay. We took damage because there was nowhere else to roll with a keyboard. If we were using controller, we could probably actually navigate around those pools a lot better. But with the keyboard, there was actually nowhere to go except for into those puddles. And those puddles, for some reason, haven't actually been balanced since the release of the game, even though they do like 5 times more damage than any other attack Mother Mine has. It is so unbelievably weird that this this boss is more like a parkour fight. It's a parkour skill check than it actually is a fight. It's pretty basic and rudimentary. You already saw every single attack in that last sequence, so we're just going to go straight back here and hope for the best. Okay, thanks, Weapon Mod, for not allowing me to dodge that. 1028, holy hell. Dodge that, of course, and the second one, of course, will dodge that one as well. Boop, boop. Okay, I'm trying to go for a gigantic pustules. Back of the arena, you completely get missed by that. Don't need to do any panic rolling or anything. Okay, now we have to panic. Now we got to do some panic rolling. Where's the second one going to land? All right there. Oh, perfect. We actually got our first phase down midget. Right, had to roll through. Oh my god, I had to roll through that puddle and it took away all of our health. Okay, so she's going to take that platform down. We should go on the defensive, actually. We shouldn't really be too greedy, should we? Let's just try and tag these guys with corrosive, and we won't be... Okay, never mind. That's how we died. Nope, okay. Oh my god! Shouldn't have killed me, I was at the back of the arena. If you go to the back of the arena, that entire attack, it doesn't hit whatsoever. Also, there is actually a reason that I'm kind of like cycling in this direction rather than going in the other direction, and it's not because I'm like unable to go in the other way. We should be using Hotshot actually for this exclusively. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. All weak spots. Red Ring of Death is actually still supporting us here as well. And if we go ahead and kill something with fire, we apply that damage to its friends, including this one right here, who's actually about to die of fire, which just doesn't happen. Shame! Great, okay. We're down on our health, that's absolutely fine. She also didn't get a single attack off on us when it comes to her balls. She didn't get her balls off on us. I hate that I just said that. I actually hate that I just said that. We're gonna get hit by a star. Let's not. Hello! Let's use our swarm right here, because corrosive is actually an incredibly potent damage type. Should not have rolled so early. That was actually my fault, and this is where we die. Nothing over here. Nice. Is she doing the spin? Yep. I'm not going to get hit by this. I'm reloading. Hotshot's back on the menu. We have bonus damage, and we have just absolutely creamed her. So, let's stand here and wait really quickly for that to disappear. Excellent. And this way, we're halfway through the fight. She has more health because she's the regenerator, which is actually really annoying because there are 4 sequences where you do have to kind of like just sit there and not be able to attack her. Ow, that hurt like crazy. Roll through that, and nice, we corroded Mother Mine, which is pretty funny actually. Where are they going? Just over here. Wait! Damn it! It's always the balls. And there's no way around it either. There's no point in getting frustrated with it either, because this is kind of like the intended experience with Mother Mind. Much like the Labyrinth Sentinel, you're just supposed to bang your head against a brick wall until like the game has decided you've finished. Let's go ahead and hot shot both of her little pimple holes. Can't fire while she's doing that. Good, and keep on firing away. We ideally would want to prevent her from popping a mortar at any point in the game. Damn it. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay, don't know where those ones go. Okay, she's probably going to do a big old drop slam. Yeet! Roll through it so I don't take any damage. And now we want to come down here because she got rid of all the puddles. Nice! Okay, as soon as we get the others popping up here, we're going to go ahead and pop a swarm. Very cash money. I love that for us. Nice, and we have corroded another one. Okay, roll through that one because I don't want to be hit by it, obviously. Oh, piss off. Seriously? Already? Actually, we need to go all the way over here for that one. I'm hoping she didn't launch a second one because we don't really have a choice. We're boxed into this corner over here. Okay, come right into the back of the arena, and I'm going to roll anyway just because it killed us last. We got Hot Shot. Oh, damn it, I just used it. I just used Hot Shot as soon as she got all angry with us. Okay, we take that stun, that's fine. Already at the border. Roll ready at the border. Okay, roll away from that rock, but I wanted that ammo as well. We want to corrode these guys so that we can get Mother Mind all corroded. Nice. And if we can dodge all of... Mate, she's got more than half of her health because of the whole regenerative thing. That's so annoying. Okay, I'm going all the way to the edge here. Nice, nice. And I'm rolling away from that just in case it does actually give us a false hitbox right there. Oh, would you look at that? We've actually got another swarm as well. Okay, good. And beautiful! Because the corrosive is going to do an enormous amount of damage. We can't go anywhere else. We literally can't go anywhere else. There is nowhere else to go. Well, I suppose actually there is over there. And if we are fast... Whoa! Nice. Excellent. Okay. Fantastic. We want to corrode all of her ads once more. This is her last phase. She can't get angry at us anymore. Okay, good. Why? Seriously? Okay, use the Dragon Heart. We don't have a choice. Okay, back in we go. We are still playing on Nightmare mode. I should keep that in mind, honestly. And she is... Like, she's not hard at all. She's just really tanky. And the Regenerator trait is just so unbelievably annoying. For something that almost exclusively depends... Is she going to get angry and slam the ground? No, she's not. Okay, let's just kind of throw these guys if we can. Try and spread that over to nasty old Mother Mind. There we go. So we'll just let that tick on for a bit. We'll focus on just dodging. I took the time to pick up that piece of ammo right there as well. Good, and we'll keep on going. Dodge that, and we'll also dodge that one too. It looks like she just hit herself in the face with a road attack, which is really funny. Whoop! Great. Well, you do you, Mother Mind. You do you. Good, so now that we're on this side, we're actually going to pop a swarm as soon as I see the ads, because that technique worked last time as well. Whoop. And now let's also pop a hot shot. Good, that should spread to Mother Mind. Whoops, okay, thanks. Thanks, good. Let's use Dragon Heart, we don't have a choice. Gonna make us a little bit slow, but it seems like, as long as we are smart about it. Actually, it kind of seems like she's following an attack pattern, doesn't it? Like, I want to say it's random, but it very clearly isn't. Okay, miss. So close, though. Missed that roll. Alright, good. I'm going to take that gun ammo right there. And I'm also going to go ahead and corrode whatever ads pop up here as well, like so. And we'll daisy chain that over to me as well to refresh the 25 seconds that she has on her corrosion meter. Great. We are going to get hot shot back pretty quickly as well because this thing is spewing out damage. Okay, we can go here pretty easily, right at the back of the arena, but we need to roll backwards, I think, and exploit iframes. Unless we get her with this magazine right here. Oops. Huh. I've never seen that attack do double damage before, so it's interesting that we actually got one hit by that because we had full health. Very interesting. Roll away from this one, and of course, roll away from this one as well. And I am going to pop a swarm because honestly, she is a penis. Wow, that was quick. Man, she's throwing a tantrum like... No, those are ants. My mistake. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy right here. That should spread to both Mother Mind and her idiot subordinate. Never mind, it didn't even reach. Okay. She's got 2 loads of corrosion on her, which means none of the others spread to her, which is a little bit of this, but, you know. Say, Livy. I am waiting by this exit just over here. Okay. Great. So we want to make sure she actually does the attack on this platform right here. Because if we go to another platform, she'll just break that one and it'll absolutely screw up any kind of like roundabout way of avoiding falling into the pit of doom. The pits of darkness. Okay, good. I'm going to throw you, friendo. Sorry. Not sorry. Sauce, not sauce. Whoa! Damn it! I was rolling away from an attack and it actually just cost us. Right, that is not going to kill us. I lied. Okay, good. We'll keep on maintaining shots with our hunting rifle. We've got hot shot now. So we can actually keep on doing this. And whoop! Oh, okay, that's bad. That was close, actually. We almost just bit the dust. Okay, roll from that and roll from that. Holy hell, I'm actually surprised I hit those because I didn't hit those keys with the correct fingers. Whoop! Good, and because we're not stunned, we can go up here and plan a little bit ahead. Yoink! And I'm going to reload, and I'm also going to pop a swarm as soon as I see the ants. Resist? No! Don't! I've got a better idea, actually. How about you don't resist? Oh, damn, I didn't have to take that, but I did. Alright, good. Excellent. I'm going to get Doggo... Nope, wrong attack. Get Doggo to throw up a little bit of a health barrier for us. Good, and don't want to be hit by that. Oh, my God. We hit the iframes on that sweep, that last sweep, but unfortunately, we had no choice because of the goddamn puddles than to roll into it. I probably could just swing my mouse around as well to kind of like pixel hunt exactly where we're rolling. But I haven't done that. Whoop, I did not press that twice. I don't know why it just opened my scope up for me. Can we reach Mother Mind from here? No. No, we cannot. Okay. Yeah, it probably makes sense just to fire away here. Get a little bit of DPS going on it. Good, and that one's going to die of fire. Roll away from that. Fire into her. Fire into her pockets of disgusting viscera. Wow, that was a big amount of damage. Keep on firing, I suppose. Why isn't she popping her mortar? That's a new one. Haven't seen that one before. Okay. We are going to use corrosion for this next bout of damage because we have a swarm. Then I think on that platform we'll just go over with the hunting rifle and we'll kind of alternate our weapons because we are doing significant amounts of damage with our status effect anyway. And if we just kind of daisy chain that around, we can mitigate just about all of the damage regardless of whether or not we're actually maintaining any kind of DPS. So maybe we do need to go ahead and plan this out with our rifle too. We'll subsidize the damage, damn it. Whoop, that's not good. Okay, we'll wait for her to do a big... Oh, that's perfect, actually. We can go ahead and use a Dragon Heart. Yep, good. She is probably actually about to give up. Never mind. She just took away that entire Dragon Heart that I just so selflessly used. Myself. Whoop. Roll through that so we don't get stunned, and we'll come up here. Let's get Doggo to pop. God damn it, it's always the wrong skill. We'll get Doggo to pop a healing buff for us. Okay, we will be corroding these guys here. Daisy chain those across. We don't have to do that ourselves. Good, and through here. Apparently I missed that. Must have been just in the millisecond. Okay, this isn't good. Bad, actually. Actually, it's not so bad. I lied. Big lies. Big lies. Big damage. Alright, good. And roll into here. Okay. Took out a lot of our health, but at least we are done with that platform. Go ahead and do a roll right at the end of her slam right there. Just throwing a tantrum. Okay, so we are now in the final platform. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but because she has the regenerator perk, she's got half of her health. More than half of her health. It's really obnoxious. Okay. I didn't realize that that was going to actually do an explosion That guy, that ad had to go, honestly. That's annoying. Little annoying. That's a little bit annoying. Not hugely annoying, just kind of annoying. We're probably going to have to use an ammo box at some point as well. I know there's ammo literally everywhere. Oh, no! Damn that muck. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that. And whoop! Miss me! Miss me! You know what you have to do now, lady? Gotta goddamn well smooch me! Smooch these cheeks! And I'll clap yours. Okay. I am clapping her cheeks like that is a lot of damage, actually. That's an insane amount of damage. Oh, she's calling down rocks. What a shot! What a shot! Okay, thanks, Frames. Frames let us down a little bit there, but that's absolutely fine. And dodge that. Don't want to be hit by that, of course. Good. We've only got half a swarm back. Let's go to the back of the arena so we don't get hit by that attack, because it's actually really, it demolishes our health. Okay, good. And we need to go ahead and sweep over here. Take that, and nice. Now we have bullets. Nice. She just signed her own death warrant. Good, and whoop, one more shot. Nice. Go to hell, lady. Bye-bye. She's flailing around. We just got a cordyceps gland. She's like, no, I don't want to die. Like any other rational person would do in that exact same situation. Fair enough. She doesn't respawn. Unless she kills us. In which case, again, no respawn. Now, since we have been... I wonder... I have never tested it out before, but I've never kind of like finished on that side of the map, but I don't see any reason to ever finish on that side of the map, because there's no like goodies for finishing on specific sides of the map. And that's the only way that you could really realistically get an ult kill on Mothermind. So it's kind of a bit of a deprecated theory, to be honest. All right, what's down here? Not a hell of a lot. Okay, so we have just finished the Nameless Nest in 5 tries. I will again point out that we are most likely underneath the level cap for all the world bosses, and, well, maybe not, actually, possibly not, but she would have spawned in at our player level, and we have a massively underleveled sidearm. Our build is now actually the most underleveled part of our build, I guess you could say. There's Walt. By the way, his name is Walt. Not to be confused with Walt Disney. That was the Nazi who commercialized Grimm Brothers fairy tales, but with a positive spin. Little bit different. Slightly different. Slightly, very, very, very slightly different in its minutiae.
This looks important.
Yeah, it does. So we pull this. That's where we came from, by the way. This gigantic bowl. And we pull this. And this guy does a whole squat. Isn't that insane? An entire squat for us. Look, this god is doing a squat for us. Okay, that clipped through the map right there. That was a little bit sus, and so's that. But hey, it matches out. It's fine. Okay, so it might not seem like it, but we have actually just kind of unlocked another third of the map. Even though we could go across that bridge right this second, and we could go and finish the Lyducid's storyline, we're not going to. And in fact, while it's on the mind, let's go ahead and level up our fragment for moderation. And we also now have trait points to spend, but we don't know what we want to stick it into. Aim movement speed is not actually particularly helpful. Recovery is actually good enough. We don't need any more of that. Endurance, max stamina, that's revolting, by the way, because our stamina is already at 123. What the hell is another 30 gonna do? That's like one extra roll. Which doesn't make despite what a lot of people will say, it doesn't make a difference. If you know the attack sets, one extra roll does not make a difference. Or you could just like not be in the way of the attacks in the first place, which is probably a hot take, but it is what it is. So, this is the bowl. As it just fell down. We have unlocked so much more of this map. If we go all the way down to the bottom here, I'm going to ignore Lydusa because all she's going to do is lore dump. And I'm not particularly interested in her lore so much as I'm interested in her bits and pieces. We want to kill her. We want to murder her. And we want to do it with such a ruthless efficiency that she never, ever, ever, ever breeds again. And there was 3 evers. What's done? Much. Yeah, no, there's nothing down there. So, we'll come down here and we'll look at this ladder. this is how we got down last time. So this is going to drop us down to a completely new area of the map. I am, of course, going to be very, very thorough as well, which is why I'm skirting around here. Kind of checking all the little plots and bits and bobs that could hold an item. We need traits as well. We probably need to go and roll a couple of adventures so that we can actually get a couple of traits, because I know that we need to go and do the Dormant Nerudian Facility, which is a very specific dungeon, which will give you a trait that allows you to increase your movement speed. And down here should be slightly different as well. Okay. So I'm going to come around here. That is, I think, the path most traveled. There should be another path. Or not. There may also just not be another path. I don't think I can go up here. No, I can't. Okay, so there's only one way through. Yeah, we're going to ignore Lydusa's area for now, because she's going to ask us to go and fetch something anyway. Okay, come through here. Pick up the forged iron right there, even though it's kind of crap. All right. So, we are in a hazardous zone. Let's come over here. And over here. And over here. And we'll strafe all the way over here. Whoa, that was close. And we'll come over here. Even though we backtracked a little bit. And over here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And over here. And we've done it. Nice. And we have just found the Disciple Armor set. This thing is actually awesome. I love it. Not in terms of function, but in terms of cosmetics. But Leto's armor functionally is just significantly better. All right. Let's come across here. Alrighty then. So, I am going to stand right here. And I think we should probably maybe talk about plans, right? We should talk about plans for the build, plans for the series. Or I could go to the bathroom and just leave everybody here kind of... In fact, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. But don't worry. Something is going to happen. You're going to see something happen. Okay? You just got to be a little bit patient. A little bit patient. Little patience goes a long way. And you will be rewarded for your patience. I'll bring you to the toilet with me because it's so close to where I'm actually going. Actually, no, that's disgusting. Right, let's go back to just sitting in that puddle of sand. What have you guys done? What have you done? What's going on? Why are we glitched out like this? Why is Doggo so happy? No!
Sleeping.
Yeah, she's got to be right. So, this is actually intentional, if you couldn't understand the sarcasm. We've fallen through a sand trap, which is very, very cool. And now we have ended up down here, which I'm pretty sure is where we get that thing, which is what we needed for Lydusa in the first place. So, let's go over there and we will go and get it. And I'm just going to make sure I don't trigger any pressure plates. God, I hate that. What is this? Old flute. No, actually, this is an archetype item. What does that give us? I can't remember. Invoker? Possibly? I think we have to take it to what's-his-face, Wallace, and get it crafted anyway. But I think this brings us the Invoker class, which kind of sucks, actually. In fact, it's probably the worst class in the game by a country mile. Like, it's not even remotely close. Not a secret wall at the back here, is there? Hard to say. Hard to say. No. There is no secret wall at the back. Wonderful! So we are going to climb back up this ladder. Hey, Dead Space Man, how are you doing, by the way? And we should just be able to get straight out of here into a sort of secret area. I don't know if we're going to be attacked. We're probably going to be attacked, realistically. Is this a secret wall? No. What about this one? Is this a secret wall? No. When I was playing this privately, I spent almost all of my time rolling into secret walls every time I suspected that there could be room for another room on the other side of it. And 2 times I was rewarded. Twice. Okay, where are we? Actually, we can go straight back up now, and we can go and talk to Lydusa, who we haven't seen yet in this playthrough. So you guys are probably really confused as to who Lydusa is if you haven't played this game before. I will describe it. Where the hell is the ladder that goes up? Oh my god. You see, you spend so little of your time down in this area of the game that it's actually kind of hard to find your way back. Even though it's the same layout as the last iteration of the game. Okay. So we got the pan flute. That was a secret. So that was actually tied to the disciple gear. The disciple was supposed to be kind of like an elite section of the Vaunt, I think they were called, which is kind of like the pan army. Or the pan spiritual army. They kind of like use a lot of spirit stuff as well. And essentially their whole deal was that they were kind of like samurai, honor among all else. And always stand up for the little guy. So we're going to go over here. This is that bridge you guys saw earlier as well. We're going to cross it, and we'll see what we have to do once we have crossed this metaphorical and literal bridge. That looks like an enemy, doesn't it? Never mind. That's an enemy. Yeah, that's an enemy. I know an enemy when I see one. Oh my god. Hey, welcome back. I can't read those letters, but I'm really impressed that you managed to type them into a username. Very cool. Very cash money. We're having a sniper fight with a couple of pops. Oh, Dead Space Man. That's such a cool emote, isn't it? I like the emotes. They didn't take long to make, but I'm very proud of them. We may be attacked by this guy right here. Never mind. I was completely wrong. We may be attacked by this pot. Okay. Okay. This looks like a... How the hell did that miss me? This looks like a job for Swarm. What? I'm going around that. I'm not dealing with that crap today. Nice. Swarm is literally carrying for us. Oh my god, they didn't even get a shot off. What are we being attacked by? Oh, hello there. Lucky that I saw you so quickly. How are you doing? How's your day? Would you like some fire? Of course you would. Of course you would. You have no way of making fire yourself. I don't see any opposable thumbs on you. Big old Anubis looking bastard. And he's burned to death. Thank you for your scrap. 37 scrap, actually. That's pretty good. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that we could have possibly killed around here. Been a while. Oh, absolutely. What did I call you last time? Did I just devolve into kind of like distorted bass? Is that what I called you? Was that it? It's got to be, right? I don't know. I've got dyslexia, so that's really, really hard to read. Okay.
Zon.
Zorn? Sean? 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 Zorn? Which one do you prefer? God. I was reminded yesterday that Sean Bean's name should rhyme. And it's actually been on my mind since. I've been very angry. Very upset with myself.
Face.
Indeed. Oh, which one? It's Sean, right? It's got to be Sean. Okay, this is Lydusa. This gigantic mess of tangled rocks. Yes, it's indecipherable. She's going to poison us with some disgusting translator stuff. I'm going to skip all of her dialogue. I'm looking for a powerful creature.
To slay it. To rape of its power for your own beastly gain.
Yep, that's exactly what I intend to do.
An honest, wicked beast. But you won't find what you seek.
Alright. Okay, well,
Beasts know.
let's just skip everything. Basically, she is kind of like the soul that has
Do not return without my precious.
made all of these stone creatures rise. From the ashes, one would say. Remnant from the ashes. And they're killing us because they're kind of cursed. And the whole point that we're here is to go and fetch an item which will allow the curse to be lifted. She is actually a really tough fight. But when she dies, she gives you an item which is insanely potent. Oh, actually, is there a secret wall? No, I need to be on that! Ah! Oh no! We have to wait for the elevator to come back up as well because it didn't trigger when we sat on it. Oh, that hurts so bad. What you guys just saw right there was worst case scenario. There cannot be any worse than that, unfortunately. Oh my god, the death marker on the minimap is literally in between. It's in between the elevator as well. Oh my god. If this were a Souls game, we'd have just absolutely lost everything. Alright, let's stand on this bad boy right here. And we'll go down, and because I know that we're actually about to be ambushed, because experience, let's get our gun out. Hello? Hello? I do not trust this. I do not trust this, Sam I am. No siree. I'm not imbibing on your green eggs and ham. Secret? No. Secret? No. Secret? No. Okay. We'll go through here. I don't know what is going to be in here, because it could be one of two bosses, realistically. But we should approach them with the same caution that we had last time, right? The hell? Why is my dad like this? I just got a text. What do you say? My dad sends me these puns all the time. So he just texts me saying Val Kilmer just died. That's sad. And then he makes fun of Val Kilmer by saying Tom Cruise receives the quickening. I have no idea what that means. God, I love Val Kilmer. I never saw him when he was kind of like fit and attractive, but when he was in MacGruber, that is one of the funniest films I've ever seen. Big respect from me. I'm going to pop Swarm because I know that there are enemies down there and I don't want to have to deal with them with the frames that I currently have. Are there any items down there worth having? Nay! The game saves. Oh, maybe there is. Oh, hello there. Fancy meeting you here. Random stuck special creature. What are you going to do? Attack me? Yeah, he's going to attack me. Oh, okay, there's two of them. I'm just going to wait for him to die. Because it does actually seem like he's completely stuck. Is that a pot? What was that? Pot? Pot? Oh, hey there, Will. I'm not really interested in talking to you. For the sake of practicality, do not address me. My pronouns are bi. You shall refer to me as bye. Depending on which gender you choose. Okay. That was weird. Alright, that is a special, I've forgotten. Dodge away from that, and I'll corrode him because this is the thing that will rail him, and I am in the business of railing him specifically. That is the scope of my OnlyFans. Okay, good. I'm going to go into this mucky water, which is probably going to be waist height very, very shortly. Here we go. And we're probably going to be ambushed by some kind of non-Euclidean horror of no description. Yeah, I don't trust that for a hot second. Absolutely not. Oh, piss. I should have dodged that, actually. That was my fault. Good. Doggo is tanking like crazy. I am going to go ahead and die a painful death. Yes. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. I have no health. Great. Take Dragon Hunt. That's strange. Ynsin just came into the office and took something, but she was clutching her guts and had this big, horrible look on her face. Maybe I should go see if she's okay. I probably will, actually. I'll stick around for like 15 minutes and I'll go see how she is after that. The hell? Oh, there was another one of those enemies. Okay. Hello, sir. Never mind, that's not a sir, that is a statue. That is a corpse. We can't go that way because it is filled in with dirt. That's bad feng shui. I probably wouldn't fill in a doorway with dirt. Well, I hate this. I'm trying to see if, like, breaking these things increases our mod generation. No, it doesn't. Okay. Items do not increase mod generation. hell was the purpose of that little dungeon? Okay, we're coming out into the actual thoroughfare now, and I know that this is actual thoroughfare because I've played this before. There is a boss right there. I'm going to corrode him because I hate his guts. In fact, you know what? Screw this guy. Let's just flick our flail around in front of him. Okay, I probably should have dodged that realistically, but oh well. Live and let learn. I'm going to corrode him. Yeah. Oh, yep, that corroded. Good. So that it spreads to anyone else who attacks us, which there wasn't anyone fitting that description of. So in here, we need to go ahead and drop a waterfall on top of her head so that she cries into her hands like an absolute baby sook. And that will open up a path for us. There's nothing back here, so I don't know why I jumped in that drink. It never changes either. It never changes. There's never anything up there. We probably realistically should have a chat to the grizzled war veteran who lives down the lane as well, though. Can we open this? No. Okay. Great view of Scarby right there. We probably have to go that way if that's the case. Yeet! Leap off of that ledge right there. Because I see lots of enemies, I'm gonna pop a swarm. In advance, I'm getting way the hell away from those guys. Screw them. We don't need them. We don't need them. Okay, that's a special. We probably needed him. Oh, hello there. Oh, piss. I thought I hit the button, but it must not have. Let's corrode him. Because I'm in close quarters with this thing, and it's gonna rail me. Whoop! Missed that one. It's screaming. Great. Let's take a dragon heart before it decides to rail us any further. It can't get around the corner. Not before it dies. I've seen this story before. What the hell is that sound? What is that sound? That is demonstrable. Okay, it's this guy. Let's use hot shot and we will fire away. I'll hit him with my best shot. Okay. I whipped both those. I whipped all 3 dodges in a row. No! Okay, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Usually you can get away with 1 or 2 bad dodges, but if you lose all 3 in a row, you probably deserve that death way more than you deserve to redeem yourself. Hello, what's your name? I'm Ynsin. Have you subscribed? Here you go. It's your welcome package. It's a fart. It's a big fart that comes out of the back of the gun. You like it? Yeah, didn't think so. All right. So we'll go ahead and come through here. I don't think we can climb up there because it's dirt, and dirt isn't very grippy, if I remember correctly. Excellent. Okay, we have spread all of our. Damn, we took that hit. We've spread all of our corrosion around the place. I've never seen that attack before. What was it? I've literally never seen that before. Oh god, I wish it finished. I never thought I'd say this, but I wish that thing absolutely just stabbed my dog in the face. At no other point in time will I ever say such a thing. Okay. This guy's very one-dimensional. And by one-dimensional, I mean dead. You know, he can be described in a single word. Eat. Pretty accurate, too. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come around here. Woo! Damn it, we missed that jump. Ow. Okay. Okay. Let's get him corroded. Piss off. Piss off, sir. Okay. I'm pretty sure I whiffed that one. Okay, whiffed that one. There we go. Didn't whiff that one. Doggo, attack! Never mind. He died as he lived. Screaming farts out of his throat until his lungs emptied. What a guy. Maybe we should use a skill. Yes. That will do the trick. That'll heal us a little bit. Or not. Oh no, it's definitely healing us. Okay. Just not very quickly. No, if we take one more hit, we're actually about to die. But I think that we don't actually need to take another hit whatsoever. Come over here. We're probably done fighting enemies at this point. I say with utmost cap. Oh my god. Oh, piss off! Yeet! Okay. Fire and forgotten. There's also a simulacrum right here. There's one of those per world. I'm glad we got it. I'm glad we got it. I'm glad we got the simulacrum. I'm glad we got the simulacrum. That was really unlucky, actually. I should have just used a dragon heart, realistically. But I didn't. Okay. I'm going to check the map. We haven't been this way. We actually died right in front of the grizzled old veteran as well. Up here, there should be another dungeon. There's nothing down here. That's a cherished fracture. I think that's what Lydus is after. So that dungeon should be an exit point, probably for the one up here or over here. Also, every time I hover my mouse over here, it says question marks, even though there's no door marker on the map. Is that a door? Oh, it is a door. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so we'll do the same approach that we just did. We are going to fire off a beautiful, beautiful swarm right there. And we're going to ignore everything in our way, or not. Okay, we took every single point of damage that we could possibly take just then. That's not very good. Let's go ahead and corrode everything. It seems like we're not powerful enough to actually just kind of like run through and ignore enemies. Let's also take one of these dragon hearts. Okay, we got to corrode those ones to spread the corrosion to that thing right there, because those things are actually cancer. They are actually cancer. Are they called cancer? No, cinder. They're called cinder. Very, very close. But they're just some kind of like desperate boomer trying to date. You, sir, you can die. Which means you, sir, you can die. I don't even have to fire my gun at that guy to know that he can die, to be quite frank. All right, so we're going to come up here. I'm probably actually just going to ignore these things because I don't want anything to do with them. Oh, piss off, seriously? Okay, I corroded him anyway. Exactly what we wanted. We'll just fight him in close quarters. We'll try and... Oh, no! Not like this! Oh, that was so unbelievably close. Actually, if he dies of corrosion in there, it's going to spread to that pot. Oh, he's not actually that bad. The screaming is annoying, obviously, but he did die. All right. Oh, come on! Oh, I thought that was another one right there. Right, bye. That was rude. I came all the way over here for him. He just gives up and dies? That guy's not having fun. Nice! Just got the Dark Blood perk. All of that should spread to everything in the area as well. This is such an OP build. Yep, whatever that thing is, that's gonna die of poison too. Nice! Free experience, baby! Okay, what else we got? I actually hear another one of those things fluttering above us. Leap over here. Nice. This guy right here looks weird, doesn't he? Kind of looks like, the guy who's wearing the armor we're wearing, doesn't it? Almost like this right here is Leto. Huh. Strange. Did he drop anything? No. He did. He was looking at this, though. Okay, there's nothing over there. I actually just made that connection. I've never noticed that before. There was actually a unique model right there with Leto's armor. So I know what happened to Leto 2. And Leto 1... Leto 1's armor was based around, this guy basically, teleporting himself around a lab until he accidentally teleported himself into a doom loop and died in a wall. Right, here he is, grizzled old veteran.
I don't believe it. Wait, what?
Oh, he also commented on our dog. You're a soldier, buddy. Okay, we're gonna skip him. Basically, he was here with a guy named Ford. Great, he wants me to take him with us. Unfortunately, this is going to be kind of sad. He's going to bite the dust before we actually get to do so. But he's going to leave us something really, really cool. It is kind of sad, actually. Oh, we did actually get a bunch of armors. I'll just kind of like tag them, make sure that they don't pop up as notifications. What do we get? Rally Band. Melee strikes convert grey health. Yuck. I'm not even going to give it the benefit of finishing what that was. That is a disgusting ring, and anybody who likes it is a disgusting person. Revolting. It's also a chest right underneath me. Okay, so now that we did all of that, we are going to jump all the way to the other side of this location, and we're going to go up, I think. Oh, never mind, actually. There's another letter right here. Maybe this is kind of like just the standard armor that the military kind of started using when the root came. Not that. Yep, this is actually... that is what we're supposed to be chasing, by the way. Take this, and because this view is so good, I'm just going to walk off the ledge right here. Oh, it's a secret! You didn't see that coming. So, there should be a couple of goodies around here. Or not. We stuck? Seriously? Surely not. Surely not! No, of course not. The game wouldn't put us in a dupe loop intentionally. Would it? I mean, it has done before. All right, we've got a side dungeon on the side. I'm not sure we're going to be able to clear it before we actually get to it. Where is it? This one right here. So this one is an exit. This must be a transit dungeon. Looks like there's a platform up here on the map that we could potentially use at some point. Don't know what that's all about. And there should also be another door around here, which I'm trying to scan. That's an elevator, which is probably how we get down from the Cherished Fracture. Let's just go in here and actually come straight back into the map. There was nothing down here, was there? No. So we've actually tagged all of the maps that we can go to, which is pretty awesome, actually. I do quite like that. Awesome. Ynsin Colosseum. Oh, I know exactly where we are.
What the hell happened here?
I know exactly what the hell happened here. We're going to want to go and rest at this checkpoint, actually, because we are going to want Swarm. We are in combat. If I die, will that put me at the stone? Oh, who cares, actually? Oh, well. Free experience. Everything around is dead. I know this because Swarm would have made sure of it. Oh, Nebula would have made sure of it. The Corrosion would have made sure of it. Good. Okay, Yaesha, what are we looking at? With Ynsin Colosseum, Lambent Pass, there should be another little dude right here. Nameless Nest, Glittering Grotto, Abandoned Citadel. There should be two other places here behind my head, because there are two more little holes that we can actually access here. Don't know about that. Bloodless Throne we have already seen as Lydusa's home. Oh, actually, if we're in Lydusa's home, then it's very realistic that we're going to come across Lydusa's husband, because there is actually lore in this DLC. They're kind of like... It's not particularly Yaesha lore, which everybody was kind of expecting when this DLC came out. It's post-Yaesha lore, like post-Pan. So in Remnant from the Ashes and a significant portion of the Remnant 2 campaign, there is a culture called the Pan, who are these guys. They have all the horns and stuff. They've got their culture divided into warrior class, working class, and spiritual class. And the whole deal with them is that they just want to preserve the world. The Root came, and they kind of blame all of the outsiders for it, because the Root are outsiders, and the Pan was such an isolated society for so long. But because of how spiritually attuned they weren't particularly surprised when things they didn't really understand started coming into their world and just absolutely annihilating it. There's an item right over there. I'll be taking that, actually. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to be taking that item by force. Yes, I like this. Hello. Bye-bye. He tried to go into the ground. It didn't work. Let's just snipe that. Stalker's Band. That would have been so handy right at the start of the game. Oh my god, that is actually a pretty good gun for kind of like a stealth sniper build. Also, stealth is viable in this game as well. If you get a Widowmaker, which is the big one tip. Why am I getting hit markers? Is it Doggo? Yes, Doggo. Okay, random. Yeah, if you get the Widowmaker, that thing has such a huge amount of range that you can actually end up dealing an enormous amount of damage at range without aggroing an enemy at all. It's pretty crazy. But you've got to be able to do so. And it makes sense just to be able to hit them once, because they do kind of look for you, in a way. The AI does kind of function. Right, go ahead and fart on him. There's another one up here I'm going to fart on. Hello there, sir. Good luck dodging my farts. Nice. Okay, there's nothing up here. I'm still being very thorough, because I want to be. Take a look at the map really quickly. Yep, we have completely taken a look at this entire area. But yeah, so the Lydusa DLC that we are currently doing now, it is free DLC for the game. Gunfire Games didn't have to make this, but they did. And they released it for free, which is awesome. God, Gunfire Games are awesome. I love them so much. I love their business model. It's basically, if the player likes it, we're going to make more of it. That's the whole business model. It's so consumer friendly. You don't see it much. Like, EA hate that kind of stuff. Like, consumer stuff. They hate anything that kind of like can make money without tricking or lying or deceiving in some way. So I really like Gunfire Games' business model. And when the DLC came out, it showed the fall of the Pan, because we all knew it was coming. The Root came to Yaesha in Remnant from the Ashes, and this is what happened to the Pan. Like, they had these gigantic castles and monument structures. They lived together. It was basically a utopia. And now all of the Pan's souls are trapped within these stone creatures right here that keep on popping up and trying to kill us. They're cursed to be angry because of the root that came. That's what all these flowers are. And unfortunately, there was no salvaging the pan. Lydusha, the cruel goddess that she is, came in like a bat out of hell and cursed the pan, basically to just exist inside of these stone things as long as she lived. Yeah, that doesn't really look like a mini boss to me, but oh yeah, there is actually one in the background. Okay, so this thing is going to be throwing its heart. Okay, that was a weird shot. Oh my god, that almost hit me. Yeah, we want to take off his breastplate. Boom and boom and oh, actually the corrosion got it before we could do that. That's funny, actually. I like that. That's not how you're supposed to kill that enemy, by the way. You're not supposed to kill him with status effect damage whatsoever. You're supposed to be very resistant to it, which just goes to show how powerful our corrosion build is right now. Armor bonus, that's kind of useless to us. All right. So, oh, nice. See, this is the reason you always got to go back. It's because we've filled in our map completely, and yet we almost completely missed that trade point. Obviously, we're not going to spend it until we get a trait worth dumping into. But to have it is really, really useful. Right, we've reached the end. So this is actually going to be a bit of a tricky fight. It is actually an arena fight, which is exactly what you would expect. I'm going to go ahead and touch this, regenerate all of my swarm, because it's a bit of a passive fight as well. You want to focus more on damage mitigation than you do on dealing damage. So we're just going to hope that this guy doesn't have the regenerator or the status resist perks. And you'll know exactly what they are because they'll be above his health bar in the top of the screen. Here comes Stone Prime! He's giving commands to his statues as if they're alive. Batty boy! And I don't mean the slurfit homosexual. I mean Batty as in a little bit crazy. I remember when that was actually a thing. People were calling some of our gay residents of New Zealand Batty boy, and I don't really understand how they came to that conclusion. Like, are they crazy that they were attracted to men? Was that the thing? I suppose it actually does kind of reinforce popular values, doesn't it? Okay, that was a hit. And that one was so slow, it actually landed. Good. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Dragon Heart. Nice. And I'm going to dodge that, of course. And that's sand. I don't want to be hit by sand. Sand is actually not something I want to be hit with whatsoever. And two of these come in. Good. Hot shot. He's got Skullcracker and Drain. And slam. No, sirree. No, I'm not getting hit by that, sir. The reason I am strafing to... piss! The reason I'm strafing to the left while I absolutely wreck this guy's health is because most of his swings do give you a little bit of an easement if you go to the left. That hit, by the way, will almost kill you. That big stab. In fact, it's kind of weird because that's actually a strategy you see on the songs. We died in the same armor that the other guys died in. That's funny. That's really frustrating. You only actually see that big spear thrust over on Lassom. Or the palace. The palaces. Okay, so rifle was okay. I'm gonna actually try Nebula a little bit. Also, yep, why didn't we do this before? I'm getting rid of my own body because I can get stuck on it, which really is the world's biggest pain in the ass. Oh, sure. Oop, missed that one, but that's absolutely fine. I'll land this one. Sand, I don't want in my eyes whatsoever. It's gonna do a big pick up and slam. No, that's gonna be two discs. And I like to alternate between going between two discs. Whoop. And so that first one I think is a freebie, right? That first one we can actually all agree is probably actually not going to do a lot of damage, but the second one that he does is probably realistically going to have severe consequences after the first attack. That's the spear attack. And go ahead, pop swarm. Sand! Alright, good, and... okay, ow. Good, and don't want to be hit by that. Don't want to be hit by that. I'm sweeping away from them. Get our long-range gun out. So, we want to roll, and then we want to roll. Okay, it looks like we get a couple of free passes with those fists. Oh, nice, we've got his health down. So, from one of these directions, we're going to be attacked by statues, as if they are in fact alive. Oh, from this side, okay. That's fine. I am going to ignore that. And... bada bing, bada boom. Place becomes your turn. We've actually got time to reload. Oh, piss! Okay, good. Stand here. And we'll go around them. Nice. Hey, buddy! How you doing? Where'd you go? Where are you? Oh, there he is. Doggo's actually biting him while he's in the sand. That is so funny. Okay, good. That was a great attack. We don't want to be hit by sand. No, no, no. Oh, that really hurt. Oh, piss! So that was going to be the big one. I was... we died like, oh, doing a bit of a shape. We're cutting a bit of a shape in the sand. It's like a D&B dance. Actually, no, I take that back. Any other techno dance. D&B is not music. It's the same drum track, recycled over samples, which people already have. It's been done. Stop doing it, everyone. Stop doing D&B. It's dead. It's literally dead. No one liked it when it first came out. No one likes it now. And I don't want to be... Damn, I got the follow-up attack as well, right to the face. Good, and while I wait a little bit. Nice. He's popping sand. I'm trying to pop as many status effects as I possibly can. I'll probably straight that. There we go. I'm going to tell Doggo to attack him as well. Good, and... And... I don't know what I just did, but it was very effective, I hope. Okay, that one was actually fair enough. I completely whiffed both of those dodges in sequence. And because we are heavy, we don't really have the luxury of rolling away very quickly. I think Doggo just had a seizure. Take a look at our weapons. Because we probably should realistically think maybe about using anything else. Stalker's Band. So, yeah, this gives us increased range damage and melee damage, but twice the attack damage when the enemy's not targeting us. So this was really powerful if you're going for a Doggo build, because Doggo tends to draw most of the aggro, which means you can do double damage with the Widowmaker. That is incredibly potent. So that is also a build. You can actually build into Doggo. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you can build into Doggo, and it's very good to do so. Let's go back to Ward 13. We'll take a look at our guns, and then we'll come back here. Because I feel like maybe our Nebula, it could be letting us down, and we may have picked up some Spear Forged Iron along the way. If we have, we can level it up, and we'll absolutely steamroll this fight. Okay. Here we are. Oh, we also wanted to talk to the pan guy, didn't we? Because there's a couple of things that we probably should think about buying. Hey. Show me your wares, Paxel Tech. What do we got? Relic fragments. We got a battery right here, process squire. There's a prism right here for 1,000 relic dust. It's actually probably realistically going to be the second one we get as well. Okay, that's a melee one. The attached mod deals 10% additional mod damage. That is insane. We could probably actually put this on our long arm, because at level 10 it generates 25% additional mod power for the Stow weapon, which would be Nebula. So if we're using long range attacks, we will have Nebula much, much quicker. Okay, this one here, feedback, using this weapons mod generates 10% of single charge value as passive mod power over 10 seconds, does not stack. Kind of sucks actually, since Nebula only has one sustained mod. When you use it, this doesn't do anything, unfortunately. This one right here, Dervish, that's a melee one, we're going to ignore that. Continuously aiming increases range damage by up to 10% over 3 seconds. That's not bad. And this one right here, battery, increases weak spot damage by 10% for every 400 mod power spent by the attached weapons mod. That's pretty good if we could land weak spots with the clouds of fart, but we can't. Melee, yuck. We actually already have the melee thing that we want. Spellweaver increases this weapon's mod damage and mod generation by 10% for 10 seconds when activating a skill. This one's actually pretty good with Nebula. What's this? Battle Mage. Mage Strike. No thank you, that's melee. Increases melee damage per stack of corroded. Ah, if only that was good. Increases critical chance of this weapon by 1% per unique status effect on the enemy. We actually want that. That is actually insanely good. Because what we want is critical damage. Critical damage is actually a bit of a holy grail, and I don't think we have any modifiers on our long arm. No, we do not. Sorry, not modifiers, mutators. We want to go ahead and whack fetid wounds on here, because we want that yummy plus 4% bonus to crit, which is pretty damn good. That would be an entire ring slot, otherwise. And right now it's just taking up a free mutator slot.
Anything you need?
Yes, hey Regler, I need you to wriggle into my guns, and I need you to level them up. We'll start with Nebula, of course, for obvious reasons, and then we'll go on to the Huntsmaster. I mean, one level will do it, but... I could have I've been collecting all day. I could have definitely gone with leveling up like 2 or 3 times, not 1. Yuck. Okay, Lasom, Labyrinth, Neyrud, Yaisha. We want to go back to checkpoint right here. We're going to go straight back into that boss fight. It's not really a hard boss fight so much as it's a boss fight that we do actually want to finish for collection's sake. Because we'll get the, I hate the mod that this guy drops, but he drops kind of like a mod that kind of fires a stone fist out of the front of your gun, which I think is just absolutely stupid. Hey look, it's our corpses. Yeet! Okay, I was too busy using my weapon mod. Good, by me. Let's go ahead and heart, and... Oh! Literally as the heart hit, we died. That's cool. Okay, well, we can go straight back into here. Hey, look, it's a Shadow Puppet, a doggo. Love that. Love that so much. This game has excellent shading. Okay, let's pop this before we go in there, and then we're just gonna kind of like try and rail him with fire immediately, and then corrosion. Okay, whiff that one. Didn't whiff that one. Didn't whiff that one. Excellent. Let's continue to corrode as best as I can. Okay, definitely got hit by that one. That one's fair enough, actually. Oh, so close. Sand. No. Use your dragon heart, you idiot! Okay, good, and... Okay, so there's no warning for that one, I don't think. Actually, I do think there's a warning for that. I think that when his fist glows blue, there's going to be a follow-up attack, so you just got to spam the spacebar. Okay, well, it seemed like the technique of lighting him on fire first was actually very effective, so we'll continuously do that. 1, and corrosion! Okay, I was too busy popping my swarm that I neglected to get out of the way of that attack, even though I actually hit the button to get away from it. Yeet! Sand, no thank you. And of course, he's gonna throw some discs at me. Come on, man, it's 2025, just get Spotify. Who even uses discs anymore? Okay, I got a double roll from those as well. I'm a little bit paranoid. Okay, roll and roll and roll. Nice. Destroy that body in case we get stuck on it. Good. And, oh, that was close. I did not see what he was doing. But we still dodged it. I still haven't had to reload this, by the way. Firing discs. Jesus, man. Let's change our technique. Oh, that's going to be a big one. Never mind. He didn't even fire off the second phase of it. Maybe he only fires... Oh my god, we already got half his health down. He only fires the second phase of it whenever he is actually able to hit us with it. So I think it's more of a... Thanks, doggo. I think it's more of a thing of convenience. Oh, that sucks. Pop and swarm. Maybe. Pop and swarm. Pop and swarm. There we go. There is no fire on my gun, so there's no point in using the range gun. We have stacked 3 stacks of the good old corrosion on him, even though it's temporary. And roll! Roll! Okay. Brother, what were you gonna hit with that attack? Come on. Whoop! I love how he doesn't even speed up when he does his big tornado slash. He literally just makes himself dizzy and a little bit sick. Poor guy. I hope he's okay. Ow! Get it! And roll! Yes! Okay, we got the hang of that one. Again? Seriously? Okay, pop swap and reload. Good. Hey, hey, hey! Okay, he's angry again. I'm gonna hug this exit once more because it doesn't really seem like his statues are doing anything different. Okay, good. Oh, they're exactly the same! There's just this gap here. All right, wonderful. I'm gonna farm that guy for a little bit of... We had full health. Didn't we? Didn't we almost perfect that? Okay, corrosion seems to be the way. Let's just use corrosion. It seems to be the way. Doesn't really matter. Okay, ow. And whiff that one. Okay, that's fine. Right there. Go ahead and dodge that right there. He is corroded. He's got 3 stacks of corrosion on him. Just tried to throw sand at me. What an asshole. Oh, yeah, good luck with those CDs, buddy. I got Spotify.
It's now 4
Idiot.
a.m. still no luck.
Okay, good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Crowley. You'll get to sleep if you keep trying. Let's keep on corroding this bastard because I hate him. Damn it, he hit me right in my ass. You tried the same attack as well. That's just rude. No, I'm not gonna hit you with that, buddy. Okay, and that is gonna be a big attack. Let's go ahead and pop another nebula swarm because this guy is an asshole and he's spamming moves that he knows works. Get away from that one. Is he slower? He actually feels a little bit slower as well. Whoop. Okay, he's actually almost. He's really, yeah. We're at it. We're at the point at which I was just about to
If
talk
I
about.
stay up 1 more hours, I'm just gonna stay awake till 8 p.m.
Okay. All right, those are going away. We got to stay away from them because it seems like they also do kind of like an area of effect attack as well. Okay, I was farming them for a little bit of not clout necessarily, but definitely corrosive mod damage. That was a great dog. No siree, keep the change. Okay, good, and okay, that one was definitely a hit. CDs? Nope, this is going to be the big attack that all of his attacks seem to hinge on. Stop spamming! Roll a personality, dickhead! Okay, good. And I'm gonna roll to the side of that one, obviously. Okay, good. Swarm is harassing the hell out of him. All I have to do is worry about dodging this last attack right here. And I use Dragonheart, and he's... Oh! God damn it! Why is the Dragonheart so slow? Like, it's literally milliseconds slower. The effect was still applied to me as soon as he had hit me. So there was no way of getting around that attack. That actually hurts. I'm going to take a look at our archetype. Okay, we need to unlock Miasma because that is what's going to do all of the huge amounts of damage in the future. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop Corrosive Swarm right there. And we're going to try and perfect this run right here. We don't want to be hit by a single one of these attacks, honestly. We're going to go on the defensive. Sweep and sweep. Okay, I swept just too late of that last one. And we're going to keep on corroding. Whoop! Don't want to be hit by that either. And that's going to be sand right there. I'm actually really lucky that that one didn't hit me. All right, and he's throwing his CDs at me. Listen to Wu-Tang Clan! No! It's archaic and outdated. And it doesn't reflect the current socio-economic state of the East Coast. Sorry to get all political, but that's what Wu-Tang was. It was literally a tool for divisive politics. Okay, good. They were kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan were the embodiment. Okay, I'm making the same mistake I did last time. That's sand. We don't want to be hit by that. He's harassing us. Excellent. Dodge that. And now we are going to continue harassing him. I'm actually going to pop a swarm, and it should kind of... No, it's definitely latched onto him. Perfect. Come on over here. Roll through our own statue so we don't get stuck on it. Because that does happen. Doggo is tanking for us. Oh, that must have hurt. Okay, let's get over here. Run through this little gap right here. Before these guys even start moving...
This on my Samsung TV on my Swaxable while using my phone to use chat.
That is very dedicated. That's incredibly dedicated. You've got more gear for my stream than I do. All right, good, and dodge that one. We missed that one, even though we rolled into its arc. A little bit of a shame, actually. Oh my god, the corrode is actually giving us mod power generation. We've done it! Okay. We should have realistically been able to dodge out of that. He's spamming moves again. I'm just gonna wait, honestly. Okay, and dodge that, and roll into the arc of that one. Nice! And
This
get away
game
from
looks
that.
harder than God of War.
And this game is actually way harder than God of War. I beat God of War on the hardest difficulty with almost no issue. Also, that's a new attack. We haven't seen that one before. Make no mistake! I make it look a lot easier than it is. This game is incredibly difficult, and that's kind of the point of it. This is the Dark Souls of third-person shooters. In fact, of shooters. It's literally the Dark Souls of shooters. Like, it doesn't matter what your perspective is. This is just a very difficult game. And it's balanced to be incredibly difficult for replay value purposes, which I absolutely adore. That's a Big attack right there. Oh, I think Doggo just stripped his armor. Okay. That backhand has hit us every single time, by the way. Whoop! Nope. Okay, he's spamming fists. What a guy. All right, let's go ahead and try and smack him with some good old corrosion while also dodging every single one of his attacks. I did not need to dodge that. But, you know. Okay, that was not good. Let's heal. Whoop! Nice try. Whoop! And one more. Whoop! Have some more attack.
I'm so delusional. I think Souls games look fun, but then again, I've never played one.
Oh, hold up. Oh, God, I wish I knew what you said. Damn it. Oh, that was so close as well. So delusional. I think Souls games look fun, but then again, I've never played one. They do look fun. They do look fun. Start with Elden Ring. Actually, that's probably the most accessible Souls game in the world, honestly. There are so many quality of life features that every other Demons and Dark Souls games do not have. Even Bloodborne doesn't have a lot of qualities.
I'll stop talking so I can be at this boss.
Oh, you can keep on talking. You're just most likely to get a response in between deaths. We are going to get this guy, though. He's quick and he's aggressive, but he's not, like, unfair and impossible. Except for his statues. I feel like maybe his statues are just a little bit unfair. That hit was definitely my fault because I was actively not looking at him. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. This is confusing. Sand! Okay. He did all that for sand. All right, he's spamming fists. Nice. Whoop! Missed. And we go again and attack him. Seems like he's got like 2 modes, right? That was kind of a crock of garbage, unfortunately. It seems like he's got 2 modes, which is armed with the scythe and not armed with the scythe. And he does kind of like different attacks based on which mode he's in, which I definitely appreciate significantly more than I appreciate just there being 2 copies of him. Because that is so unbelievably lazy. Even FromSoft do that. I'm going to get rid of my own. Oh, wait, if I poison Doggo, that should also generate mod power. Oh my god. I think I just found another exploit. Okay, get away from that sand right there. Holy hell, look at our mod power fill up. I took my eyes off the screen for literally a second, by the way. And now all of our health is gone. Let's take a dragon heart. We got 3 of these bad boys. Whoop! Nice try, dickhead. All right, he's got his scythe back. So he's going to be doing all the really, really easy... Okay, I shouldn't have dodged backwards. That was my fault entirely. Really easy attacks to dodge because they all have the exact same timing. Okay, gotta reload.
Like the Outer Worlds and plays like a Fortnite Souls game.
I hit the mod to pop the swarm, and he just absolutely ruined me as soon as I did it, because the only time you can't roll is when you are trying to pop a weapon mod. This game looks like the Outer Worlds and plays like a Fortnite Souls game. It is kind of like a Fortnite Souls game, but minus the entire gameplay loop of Fortnite. Okay, we gotta prioritize that statue right in the middle of the arena, unfortunately. Never forget sideways straight. Never forget sideways straight. That is the mantra that we should be telling ourselves. Never forget sideways straight. Never forget sideways straight. Because he can't hit us if we're going sideways and we hit all of our iframes. Also a big W. Can't hit us with the sand if we straight. Nice. And this guy as well is gonna do a big, he's gonna throw his Walkman CDs at us. What an asshole. And I'm going to continuously go around in a circle. He threw a fist, and he got his scythe back. What a dodge that was. That was an incredible dodge. Dodge to the side. Straight to the side. He can't hit us. Whoop! 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 Oh, damn, I forgot about that last one. It was almost a perfect run. Okay, well, pop swarm and throw in sand. Sand ain't nothing, buddy old pal. It seems like when he throws up his fist and he gets the big glowing thing, he does kind of have the ability, if he's close enough to us, to just smack us with it, which is something that we should keep in mind as well. All right, that side's almost always first. I'm gonna light this guy on fire. Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna walk into the middle of the arena. I know my rights. I know my rights. Oops, should not take my hand off the mouse. But I did anyway. It's like a, it's basically the Souls equivalent of a 360 no-scope. It's just not touching your own mouse. The thing you use to deal damage. Okay. Straight from the side. Good to know. Hey! No! That was close, actually. That was very close. Let's pop a swarm really, really quickly. Let's not get hit by his fist spam. Don't want to be hit by that either. I just picked up ammo. Oh my god! and sweep to the side. He can't hit us. Good. Nice. Dodge that, obviously. Where's his other arm? Yo, look, he's armless. Okay, it seems like he's got his arm back, and he's doing a bunch of bollocks, which none of it landed. None of it landed. None of it landed. He's doing this side first, right? Yep. Okay. Thank you, Doggo, for face tanking all of those for me. Nice. Doggo, I need you to get all poisoned and stuff so I can get my mod power generating. Nice. Good. Is this all of it? Is he attacking us now? How aggressive is he? He's very aggressive. Whoop. Nice miss, you dickhead. Oh my god, Captain Dickhead over here just absolutely whipped his own fight. Okay, we just got backhanded. We killed him on Nightmare difficulty.
That was nuts.
I know, you're telling me. I also, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna pop Swarm right here, and we'll wait for it to disappear, right? Because I want to see.
Hip-hop Harai.
I want to see if we can maybe abuse Doggo for our own benefit. Okay, it's empty, right? The mod power generation, which is on the other side of the screen, is the little circle right next to the ammo counter. It's completely empty. Does it regenerate if we hit Doggo with it?
Dogmatic.
No. Oh, well. Oh, what if we use the other gun? No. Doggo just dodges it. Yeah, Dogmatic. Dogmatic actually carries, by the way. If we get downed, it doesn't happen in that fight because when you die in that fight, you don't get a second chance. But when we get downed,
WTH
Doggo should be getting us up.
Does it auto-correct to that?
Dogmatic is a word. Dogma. Dogma's a big word. A big word. I can't remember what it means because I'm dumb, but you should Google it. Forged Iron? Nice! That's going to level up our nebula. Grand. Doggo is actually doing the Lord's work with how he's moving right there. I don't know how he did it, but he was sprinting around in circles and chasing his tail, and also he licked me a couple of times. Right at my butt. Licked my butt. He's smelling the sweat coming out of my butt. And it's like, why aren't you wearing pants? The sweat's literally dripping down your armor, rusting it. Well, sorry, Doggo. I can't always be wiping my own ass for you. Okay, and with that, I've actually hit...
Sounds like dog nut and nuts are funny.
Very articulate there, GG Crowley. I've actually run out of time for the stream. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I will be back whenever I damn well can be. It's usually pretty hard to tell when I am going to be back, but I am going to be back.
GN.
Good night, Crowley. I hope you sleep well. I hope you give your pig Steve a great day tomorrow as well. I hope you give him a nice big for me. Yeah, just a soothing one, not like a yes, but more like a like one of those. Just soothe him to sleep for me. And
He hears you.
yes, me. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't like aggress him or something like that. I hope I didn't say like a slur in his language. I don't speak pig. Never have. But I'm off.